comrades, today is September 30, 2025, and the current time is 9 p.m. We apologize for the catastrophic delay at the beginning of today's broadcast. Please note that the temporary disabling of the Institute's monorail system's limiters is temporary and not related to this delay. That includes today's announcements.
この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
Oh. I thought I had fixed this. Okay, hold on. Let me do something real quick. And, there we go. Hey, comrades, good evening. I apologize for being so incredibly late with today's stream. I normally would have been on time-ish, kind of, but I got delayed at my dojo today because of, certain discussions that were incredibly interesting to me specifically, but I'm not really gonna get into. But let's just say, boy, gee howdy, drama can appear in the wildest of places is the kindest thing that I can possibly say about things. Anyways, how are all of you doing? I hope that you're all doing fine and that you're all not suffering too badly. Let's just say that I am part of a martial arts school. I'm sure many of you know this already. Let's just say that there was some drama involved at said martial arts school recently, and so that is why I am delayed, and I will not apologize for that. Anyways, how are all of you doing? Hello, Xanth and Sun and Marksman and Skylet and Ray. Congrats to Ray for being first, for beating the ping difference. It's crazy, right? Anyways, I hope you're all having a good day. My throat's a little scratchy still, but I should be okay. We're trying to fend off a bunch of insect waves, which are very scary, so we're trying to get some power going as fast as possible by setting up this beautiful geothermal generator, and then we'll try to survive. We'll also need some water to keep ourselves nice and toasty, and we'll probably need to get some showers going as well. So basically, we have a lot to do today. I know that was a lot of things that I just said in a very short time span, but I promise you it's all relevant, mostly. Right now, our biggest issue is we don't have enough grav panels, and I think what we're trying to do is get ready to go into space, I think, so we can farm some vac panels, but that's going to be a little difficult until we can get some steel and other things. But now we did stay fairly close by to Goribad, so we can trade with them ideally. Ideally, we can just walk over there, but we don't have a vehicle, so we're going to try to at least get a vehicle of some kind, even a basic car to just drive over. Also, insects are coming in about 16 hours, and then 4.4 days. So there's a lot of things happening. Ray's, for example, on the verge of a mental breakdown. It's also very cold. They don't have proper gear for the outdoors. We don't even have enough armor sets. Yes, it is a mess. So our goal today is to at least survive the first, these insect waves at the very least, and hopefully that gets us going somewhere, but it's gonna be tough. Yeah, Ray's already dying of hypothermia, so maybe we should get her inside and not outside, so she's not gonna die. Hypothermia is fairly not good, so let's just hope that they'll be okay. So we did get some power, but it's still not enough to fuel the entire ship, which is not ideal, but it's workable. Maybe if we got another... Yeah, it's already hooked up to the power grid. Maybe if we got a second one, it'd be fine, but we'll have to survive. I think we have to just get this other one. The other thing, too, I just realized is we don't have a proper defensive line, so let's just see if we can survive. Anyways, like I said, how are all of you doing? I got thrown around a bunch of times today, so I may sound a little dead or dying because I am fairly exhausted. Ships of third defense, more turrets. We're not going to try to go deal with that starship reactor, but that's interesting. Let's not flip that around too much. I think it should be fine this way. So today, yeah, that's why I was late today. Basically, our sensei had gotten back from a trip, and so he was telling us about some of the stuff that had unfolded and things that had unfolded before the trip and whatnot. So it's been an interesting day learning about the things that I learned. And beyond that, hopefully, it was all fine and dandy. You're doing all right? Well, that's good, as I'm doing fine too. You like our beautiful Super Destroyer? It's a bit of a mess. We're getting there slowly. We just need more panels, which means we have to go into space and we need to start making spacesuits. That is the unfortunate reality of what we have to do. Unfortunately, spacesuits are pretty expensive. Unless we want to restrict certain people to staying indoors the whole time. Though I'm not sure if we will be able to produce enough power in space. You bring space to me. What did you summon? A meteor? Anyways, the bugs are coming. Can we kill the bugs? It's 7 Mega Thrips and a Venomite. Not sure what those mean, but we should be able to survive in theory. Let's get everyone situated inside the ship where it's safe. Yeah, it should be fine. Well, hopefully we don't run into man-killing Boomalope pods. That would be very not fun, right? Anyways, they're the hive's right there, so they spawned right there. Let's see, who's got a gun? Ray doesn't have a gun. You have a gun. You have a gun. Garm has a gun. Sun has a bow and is about to get mauled to death by a bunch of bugs. And Zoingo has a weapon, technically. I'll get Drunken Wafer out here. Anyways, let's see if we can let's open this door. Do what we can. Alright, Sun, you have to fight them off with a club. Do what you can, buddy. That turret's not long for this world. Okay, let's move. Alright, let's move back here. Hopefully they can shoot them down. Okay, we survived. That's fine. Finish them off. I think these, when they die, make poison clouds. I'm not 100% sure, but let's just double check. And then let's allow unrestricted. Perfect. So not too bad. You keep trying to summon all these bad weather effects, and they're not going to work. I'm sorry, I don't allow the bad weather to ruin my day. I think we're out. We have one bed spot available. So I will call in one more victim to join us on this magical adventure. Let's see. We're going to summon... Doesn't really matter who. And then we're going to randomize everything about them. And maybe get rid of their title. Okay. And maybe get rid of their crown. Okay, maybe they should not be having that heavy gear. Okay, I don't know why this person has so many effects on them, but I'm going to just purge all of that real quick. So you don't have a Psylink, you don't have access to all those magic powers. You're just a dude who I'm gonna give you shooting, and then I just need to give him super citizen casuals. Okay. And now he's ready. All right, and then we're gonna have him come to the map. All right, Chandles. His actual name? Who is it gonna be? We're gonna do the roulette now, the usual. Chandle's actual name is X-Slayer, who's not here right now, but congrats to X-Slayer. He's now has a pawn if he ever shows up for this run. And I'm sure nothing bad will happen with X-Slayer. So X-Slayer is a... let's see here. A tough, restless, messy, and easily amused night owl, which means we should probably double check who our night owls are. I think Garm's a night owl, actually. Okay, we gotta set the night owl schedule. So, clean this up. And then X-Slayer is also a night owl. So they are allowed to sleep during 9 to... That's probably fine. 8 hours of sleep is fine. Okay, good. Oh my goodness. I'm still recovering a little bit from the COVID. It sucks. I don't think it's going to go away for a while. So if I ever sound like a little nasally or sneezy, that's probably why. But in due time, it will disappear and I will be a-okay. Let's get... Okay, so we have basic vehicles. At the very least, we can make like a simple truck. Maybe we build a wagon? Ideally, I'd like to have a shuttle, but I don't know if we're going to be able to get shuttles anytime soon. What other weapons would Helldivers realistically use? You know what? Advanced ammunition is not the worst idea. Getting explosive rounds would be pretty solid to deal with the bugs. And another grav core. Why is the grav core so far in the tundra? I don't want to go into the frigid cold. I want to be somewhere warm. This game is trying to make me suffer, I'm telling you. Okay, so maybe we do need to build the other geothermal gen. Oh my gosh, we're so... What is eating all the power? Hold on. Oh, you know what? It's these boilers. Yeah, the boilers were eating up a ton of power. I'm still... Yeah, so now at negative 505, so I think we're okay now. It's the boilers. It's the boilers, I'm telling. I think you're already in the queue, Kefir. That's why it's not asking if you want to join the queue, because you're already on it. Alright, let's add some lights here for now. Add one here. And I think this would make the ship, for the most part, generally bearable. We have steel. I don't even remember why we're here. I think we're just trying to find food. So we're trying to carve out as many animals as we can for meals. In fact, let's increase this to 80 meals, which means we should be able to store most of this. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so I think our goal right now is farm materials, kill animals, and if we can find plasteel, that is the goal. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of plasteel available. I don't know why you're carrying all this, but let's have you drop that, thanks. Because we're going to try to make a few spacesuits now. So, vac suits. They are expensive, but 20, and we have 59, so we can probably make at least... we can make... Hello, Goldenrod. We can make 5 of these. We can make 5 vac suits, and that should be okay. So at the very least, I get most of them. And we also need to start setting up, we need to set up the oxygen pumps. We need oxygen pumps throughout. Just so we have, well, oxygen, and so that we're not going to die when we go into space. So let's try to at least get some of that O2 scattered about. And let's also put some here. Maybe one on each side, and that should be fine. Anyways, how are you, Goldenrod? Hopefully you're having a good evening, too. I've been yapping rapid fire, because like I said, I was busy, but now I'm back. Much drama to be had in things that are unrelated to most people. But, I don't know, I don't want to talk about it too much, but the simple gist of it is that someone from my dojo has been persona non grata'd as of today, due to their actions, and it's it was a spicy discussion based on my understanding. And that's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, on the other hand, I think I'm gonna be getting a Yumi by next year, which, if you don't know, is the bow for my Japanese archery, something that I've been doing for quite a while. I'm very excited to finally get my hands on my own. Oh, we don't have a well. I don't really need a well. A mechanoid cluster has landed nearby. Oh, jeez. That's a toxic spewer. I guess we're gonna leave this tile. I have no reason to stay here any longer with that thing looming over nearby. Let's just make sure we have enough food to survive, and then we're getting out of here, because I have no intention of dealing with that. That just seems like not fun. 3 of a colonist still need... Oh, we still need more parkas, too. How much longer until we're allowed to fly? 1.3 days, and then we're out of here. Okay, that's fine. I think we could go into space, honestly. The main issue is getting power in space, but I think solar gens work 100% of the time, and they generate 150% in space, so power should not be a problem. Up in the darkness of the void. And by going into the void, we'll be able to get the vac stone that we need to manufacture the things that we need. So, anyways, like I said, I'm sorry I was late. Tomorrow I should be on time, and we will do... So I think tomorrow is the streamer choice, whatever I want to do, and then Thursday's the vote. Honestly, I'm kind of leaning towards playing Oxygen Not Included. It's a game I haven't played in a while, and it's been kind of on my mind recently. I'm like, you know what? I kind of want to play this. It's been a while, but it could be fun. Oh gosh. Yeah, we need those we need that. I think we gotta go to this cave system. I need those. The tundra sucks though. But we need the core. But I need the vac stone. I guess we'll just go into space. If we can farm enough vac stone, we can just deal with that. Actually, I'm curious if I can land on my ship right here at Quarrybrad so I can just trade with them. If so, that'd probably be the easiest option. Because there's this beautiful road, but it takes 0.8 days, and I don't have a car yet. Because look at all this leather. If we can sell this leather, I think we'd make a lot of money. And we'd be able to do so much with all that, but we just don't have the materials to make anything that we want. I guess I'm okay making parkas out of cloth. We should be able to manufacture cotton. If we can just get this room heated up, we should be fine. Yeah. So. Oh. Interesting too. Let's oh my gosh. I almost considered not streaming today. I almost thought that maybe I should just relax if I'm so exhausted because I'm operating on like 4 hours of sleep. But ultimately I decided I'll probably survive streaming tonight and then I'll be okay tomorrow. I just didn't get a lot of sleep recently because I was busy. You know, I mentioned yesterday, like after work I had to do some spreadsheets. Well, I spent a decent amount of time doing spreadsheets until 2 in the morning, and then I had to go to work, and, you know, then I was free from work, but, you know, it's still not fun having to do all that. But you gotta do what you gotta do to, you know, get paid. It sucks, but, you learn to deal with it. Get a chair here, too. We need more steel. Is there more steel on the map, or should we just leave? I don't really want to fight these mechanoids. There's, like, Militors and turrets and toxic spewers, so I think we just leave. Yeah, I think we just get out of here. We have another grav core, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna break down the grav core so we can try to manufacture a fusion reactor. Now, it's basically the same thing we did last time, where we built the Eccentric Tech fusion power system with the MFS, build 2 of them, and then plasma conversion to get the plasma converter, and then we can also get plasma confinement, all this other fun jazz. And I think that's what we're gonna end up doing, and it shouldn't be too difficult. Yeah, because the fusion reactor with tritium, I think, is the ideal situation. Once we can start finding space people to trade with us. And yeah, I think that'll be how it's gonna pan out. Anyways, the other thing I might want to do is I might actually want to hit some retro games up too. I have been looking through my list of games recently, and I have stumbled upon a very ancient game by a studio that's no longer exists. There's a studio that I like that they don't exist anymore. It's called Joe Wood. They're actually Austrians who made, for some reason, a lot of logistics-based video games, and also a bunch of trucking games. And one of my favorite ones that they ever had was called Industry Giant. And Industry Giant it's a business simulation, logistics simulator. It's not a very good game by modern standards, but it's one I have a lot of fond memories playing. And amusingly enough, I know they were working on an Industry Giant 4. They went from 1, 2, and skipped 3, it went to 4. But it's under a new developer, as Joe Wood basically no longer existed as of, I think, 2011, I think is when they stopped existing. And yeah, okay, so yeah, they had declared bankruptcy because a lot of their games kind of sucked. A lot of them were very weird. They made games called the Gothic series, Spellforce, Painkiller. You know what, I do love OpenTTD. Now, would people be willing to play multiplayer OpenTTD? That's the real question. That's the real question. Also, we might stick around for a little bit longer because these are Durapods and tank roaches, both of which sound incredibly painful. A quest. They're asking us if we can guard Madame for 22 days. They will not do work, but we get 3 mercenary gunners to take care of. 22 days is a long time, though. 3 raids of roughly this size. A Berserker Chief, 15 Berserkers, a Penitent, and 4 Warriors. I think those raids are easy to handle. But taking care of 3 additional gunners, plus the Madame, That might be worth it for the Vanometric, or for the Persona Core, actually. Yeah, legitimately that is probably something we can do. Alright, I'm just gonna trigger that vote since Kefir's the only one who voted. We're gonna save, and we're just gonna fly out of here. Well, maybe we can survive the... Maybe we can survive the insect wave. I don't know how strong a Durapod is, though. Let's set up a few barricades real quick. And, I don't know, maybe a small barbed wire fence is fine until we can set up additional turrets, because our options are very limited right now. It's not a good spot for us to be. A Great Wolf is hunting Zoingo. Ah, great. How did that happen? You have a gun, you have a gun. Kill the Great Wolf. Oh, that thing just, that just ate your shoulder up. Let's finish off the Great Wolf, and let's get Zoingo to not die, please. You know what I'm still waiting for? Project Zomboid Build 42 multiplayer. I don't know why it came to mind today, but that has still not reached multiplayer status. It is still a single-player experience, and it's frustrating because Build 42 is so much better than Build 41, and people have been asking, when's multiplayer, and it's still not here. Oh yeah, Zoingo, you're still alive. Oh geez, a Manhunter pack of, oh my goodness, that's 19 foxes. Everyone inside now. Get in the ship, because I am not dealing with that. You know, the coolest thing about having a really big ship like this is, if I don't like a situation, I can just leave. And quite frankly, I do not wish to be here when those wolves are at the gates. We could fight them off by just forcing ourselves into a corridor and gunning them down, but that is still a lot of Arctic foxes. And they're going for that turret. I think we just leave. Yeah, let's just get out of here. Alright. Or they destroy the turret, please. Come on. Alright. Is this cowardice or is this smart? Alright, let's see. Can I land here? Oh, okay, never mind. They don't want that. But can I land next to them? We also need to get close over there. I do want to land close by so we can trade with them, but they're not going to be happy if I do that. Jeez. There's no way to land nearby. Okay. Let's see. I think we're just gonna make our way over towards that cave system. Let's land by the water. Yeah, I think we'll just land by the water so that we can just farm for fish. Not ideal. I was hoping to farm this tile for more materials, but toxic spewer, incoming bugs, and a bunch of wolves is not exactly what I would call easy defending. So we're gonna be cowards and just bug out. You have to know when it's time to leave, and it was time to leave. Then hopefully once we're done here, we can go back to go into space or something and just not be in this accursed land. Again, we're trying to build enough vac suits for everyone, but we're not gonna be able to do that easily. There is nothing of note here. It is bland, empty, and fully exposed on all sides. Okay. Thankfully, there are 2 of these beautiful steam geysers that I can farm for resources. And I think there's a decent amount of compacted machinery as well. So, anyways, Project Zomboid, I'm hoping maybe if it gets updated, we'll stream it, but I don't think I want to do a non-multiplayer stream quite yet for Zomboid. I think is kind of how I'm trying to approach it. I love Zomboid, but boy, it's more fun when you're suffering with other players than you're not by yourself. When you're by yourself, it's okay. But when you're suffering together, that's the best form of zomboid. And, well, we're still waiting, so... Oh, there's a lot of components, thank goodness. No plasteel, though. Unfortunate. Can I give X-Slayer a gun? I can. Congratulations, X-Slayer. You get a... You know what? I'm gonna give you a Liberator. X-Slayer gets to have... a Liberator. And... Psychotic should probably get a Diligence. So we gotta make a new kit, and also we need to make bullets for this. 970 Diligence. Oh, we do, okay. So we're gonna make a new kit for Psychotic. So let's copy this kit, and we're gonna call this DMR. Hello, Riston, how are you? Swap out the Redemption and the Liberator, so you can take... What does this use? Oh, I think I... Oh, this is Redemption. Oh, shoot. Okay, hold on. What is... Okay, hold on. I gotta... Okay, so rifle... So, Peacemaker uses what? Redemption rounds? 60? Okay, so... We need Redemption... 60? FMJ? Okay, and then should take a Diligence. Just drop and buy, drop alcohol. Oh, you can't buy alcohol. Yeah, I'm sorry. Have a good sleep, though. Hopefully you get some nice rest. I assume you've been having a long day. 25, 50, 150 rounds should be more than enough for a Diligence user. Okay, so DMR kit. And we're gonna assign this one to... Oh. Oh my goodness. The coffin, I'm telling you, it never ends. It's a curse. Let's build a geothermal on one of these eventually. There's actually 3 of them right back next to each other. That's incredibly nuts. I'm trying to take care of myself, I know. But like I said, I had martial arts. I had my martial arts class and I was coughing. I'm dying, but I should be fine. Just gotta deal with these bugs. We're taking off. Have a good night, Riston, because I know it's like super awkward hours for you. Thanks for swinging by, comrade. Oh. Okay. So we'll so maybe I could do some Zomboid. I think I'd like to do Zomboid, but I need to come up with a nice challenge that would make it interesting, because I know Zomboid, at least now, is really good with the whole tall buildings thing. And oh jeez, as much as I did enjoy the last time I did Zomboid, where we did the whole 7 days before and then I immediately died, I was like, but you spend so much time surviving those days and then you just explode. It's like, is it really worth it? Ray is about to have another mental break because darkness, cold, insulted, bemused, ate without a table. Yeah, Ray's pawn is on the verge of a mental breakdown like every 5 seconds. I can't do much about that. Take this parka, please. At least a parka will keep you just slightly warmer. There you go. Now you're toasty, probably. Oh, you know what doesn't help? I just realized these bedrooms do not actually have a radiator attached to them. Yeah, that's probably why they're freezing to death. Which means I now have to also run pipes all the way down there. Well, this is why we have steel. Large amounts of it anyways. Gotta make sure I'm following the prescribed build path like that, and that should be enough to get them nice and toasty so they're not gonna freeze to death. Also watching some other Rimworld streamers earlier today, and I was kind of amused because one of them, I think it's Lurky, had like some 13 by 13 build zone was her maximum limit for whatever she's allowed to stay in. I'm like, this is... Oh, jeez, who's dying? Why are you fighting? Okay, you have a gun. That is a rabbit. You can kill it. Also, we need to get you back to base. Okay, let's get you over here. The bugs are coming. 3 hours, and we don't really have what we would call a defensible position. So the bugs may rip us apart in due time, so we might need to be a little wary about how this is gonna pan out. How's the YouTube stream going? Okay, cool. People are watching on YouTube as well. Perfect. Alright. So 5 Durapods and if I recall, the Durapods are actually kind of spooky, so let's get everyone into the ship area. If you got a gun, especially a big gun, you gotta fight. Then Psychotic, I'm gonna have you quickly. Oh, they're all really bad weapons, that's fine. We gotta get you bullets. Just grab a stack until we figure out what we're gonna do with you. Okay. So, the hive's approaching. We don't really have a way to defend it, so if you got a gun, and maybe if you have like a melee weapon, you gotta fight, so come on. Easiest way to do this is to everyone fight together. I can really snipe them from afar with the diligence. Like it's got a laser cannon, it's the only one we have. Jeez, those things look very durable. I don't have any other way to do this. If we just unload enough bullets, it might be okay. Focus fire this one. I want you to focus fire the big one. Oh boy, yeah, they're tanky, all right. All right, I probably want Sun to try to intercept. Okay. We're getting a little close for comfort. Maybe we don't have you fired. Let's turn you off. Okay, and then Sun's gonna try to delay them. Let's have Garm try to... Okay. Alright. Come on. Alright. Garm's armor is at least keeping Garm alive. That's a good sign. Pivot around here. And then pivot around here. And that should be good enough to kill these. Perfect! We survived. Alright. Finish this off. Undraft you. Finish off. And then you should probably rescue Sun so Sun doesn't explode. And okay, so we killed all these things, not a big deal. Finish off. Finish off. Alright, and then let's undraft everyone. Perfect. See? Insects. Just apply large amounts of bullets and then they all explode, and then everything's fine. Let's get this power let's get this power hooked up so we have power. I think we have enough food to last us, especially if we kill the local elk population. The only thing we need now is, again, more components, which we're getting. We have more back suits, so Scorsese should probably grab a back suit. And then... Immortal's vac suit's on the verge of breaking down, so we'll probably swap that out as well. And then, so if we can get, ideally... one more vac suit, I think I'd be comfortable to go into space. Even though our next immediate goal is actually to go to this tile, so we can go check out the cave system, because there's a grav core in there. I think, if I remember, these are usually filled with insects, which is not gonna be fun, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So we'll make our way down there, and hopefully we don't die. So we'll keep farming anything that we can get our grubby hands on. I wish there were more. I wish we had more plasteel. There's no way we're gonna get more plasteel unless we can trade, but the traders don't want to trade, and we don't have shuttles. Oh, if only I had the shuttle. Let's see. I guess you don't need a shuttle if you can build the Pelican. How much components do I have? I have 21. Maybe we should just start building the Pelican. I think we can do it. It's really getting... Oh, jeez. The 200 plasteel. Where am I gonna get 200 plasteel? And then I have to figure out where I'm gonna actually build this dang thing. Oh! Wait, there's another raid. Oh, the timers between these raids are very short, huh? Writhing, skittling. Okay, so we gotta deal with this next attack. Okay. Well, bugs don't scare me. Let's kill the bugs, shall we? So unfortunately, Garm is having a mental breakdown, which means Garm can't fight, which means we have to protect Garm from exploding. Thankfully, it's a swarm of very small buggers. Oh wait, there are multiple sides, huh? We should allow this one to fire. You're not allowed. You're not holding fire. Don't worry, Garm. We're gonna keep you alive. Hey, Garm, don't worry. Did I mention I'm gonna get my own Yumi hopefully by next year, assuming tariffs don't kill the absolute cost of getting one? Yeah, I was talking to my sensei, and he's like, "Yeah, you should have gotten yours last year." I was like, "Well, I didn't have the money last year, and now I have the money." But it's like, yeah. So he was trying to import katanas for some of our students for Iaido. Apparently, so each of these katanas were $500 a pop. Okay, $500 a pop. Guess what the tariff was for 2 of these? The total tariff was $750 each, so $1,500 on top of $1,000 already for imported martial arts equipment. I think that pricing is absolutely bonkers. But that is how much that he was going to have to pay if he was going to import them, and he's like, maybe he's not going to even accept the delivery and just have them return to sender so he can get it delivered to his house in Japan and then just bring it back with him the next time he's in Japan. It's okay, I get it. Don't worry. I think it's crazy too. Maybe we should have you stop burning through your crazy amounts of munitions. You burn through a lot of bullets, buddy. Oh wait, you're on suppressed mode, that's why. Let's kill these bugs. Yeah, see, that's HELLPOD. It ain't gonna do much. Okay. Cool, we gotta go deal with the next one. They're not attacking, we'll just let them rest. Is your idea involve shipping it to Canada first? Because I may or may not have considered that as an option, where I ship said products to Canada first and then pick it up from there. Oh, so Garm, you are in a very bad position. Let's undraft this one. Yeah, no, I've considered that as an option, and that is very much on the cards. Where it's you ship to Canada and then you pick it up there. Oh, hold on, there's a thing here. That's why you have a spear. Except you keep getting stabbed, which is bad. This entire ship is a mess. I really need more tile. I need more of these panels so badly. Also, let's see. This one's on the verge of breaking down, so we're out of suit spots, unfortunately. Oh, have they? Has it been a concept that's been floating around your circles too? I mean, I figured, right? It makes sense if you're desperate, which I think a lot of people are fairly desperate to, you know, have their stuff without having to pay exorbitant fees. I sure don't like paying fees. I was considering importing something from Japan the other day, and I was like, you know what? I think I'd rather just wait until I'm actually in Japan and just pick it up when I'm there. And I was legitimately considering picking up some, like, beauty products for my hair, because my hair is glorious and I need to make sure this is maintained to the utmost quality as humanly possible. Son is having a tantrum. Why? What are you punching? Please don't destroy my chairs. I guess we just let him have his little tantrum. As long as he's not attacking any of the chem fuel, it's fine. Yeah, no, the current tariffs are absolutely ridiculous, and they're probably illegal too, but no one's stopping the tariffs, which is the bigger issue. Trust me, I hate them too. I detest them. I need a trader! Where's the traders? Come in, traders, please. I offer you so much plain leather and light leather. You can leave after 2 days, so we should probably just hunt down the remaining animals. Oh, you know what I should also do here? Oh, actually, it's fairly warm, I just realized. Huh. Actually, not that freezing. How much steel do I have? I need more steel. Let's go farm out all the remaining steel on the map while we're chilling around. Oh, wait, that's why. 6 macroflies, 6 megawasps, a gigalocust, and a pteromantis. I don't know what any of those things are, but that sounds horrifying. Ideally, if we can quickly slap together a embrasure around the ship, that'd be ideal, but I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to pull that off in time. We're gonna try anyways. We might not have the steel actually to build a small embrasure, protect the barrier. But let's try it. I think we have enough builders. It's just maybe we don't have enough steel, but there's enough steel on the map. We could probably dig it out. Because that gives us about 1 in-game day. Is 1 day enough to build a wall? Probably. Probably enough. Yeah, the embrasures come up fairly quickly. It's just a matter of if you have enough steel for it, which I think it shouldn't be that big of a problem. Okay. And just grab the remaining ones. Okay, I need to use the restroom, so I will be right back. You can gawk at the ship as we quickly slap together a makeshift defensive barrier to protect ourselves from giant flies. Mutant bugs. The bugs. The other thing that also happened is I feel really old. My back hurts. My butt hurts. Ow. Even I'm trying to crack my back right now. Hold on. We were doing, knife throws. Not throwing knives, but how to counter someone when they swing a knife at you. And I don't know what had happened, but we were doing a lot of... I need to find that mod that lets me change the music. I don't like this track. But anyways, my back was, my back and my butt, like, hurt right now. Listen, just because I'm 30 doesn't mean I'm that old. I can still be young. I can still be beautiful. I have an eternal form as a VTuber where I will never age. Unless I choose to have a form of a VTuber that ages. That's the joy of being a VTuber. You can be whatever you want to be. This is such a weird Helldivers music. It almost sounds like a World War II march, and that's the reason why I don't like it. I'm like, I need to find a way to not have this track play ever again. I need to find out what other mods that people use to change the music. I think there's one that's like a music selector thing. I can change this. So, anyways, yeah. It's just things that come with doing martial arts and stuff like that where it's... Oh, jeez, we're getting visitors. Ah! Visitors, come. I will sell you my large quantities of leather if you're willing to purchase it, because I don't know what to do with all this leather. In fact, I probably have to build more of these storage racks just so I have somewhere to dump them. Until I can figure out where else I can put him. Let's have Drunken Wayfarer talk to them. Maybe they got something. We are... let's see. Is it... Yeah, I would assume it'd be very silly in German, yeah. Sell the revolver. And sell the duster? I think most of this other stuff we want to keep. They don't have anything else I really want. Maybe the medicine. Tech print jump packs. Probably sounds useful, but I can't really afford it. That's fine. Good evening, Krusty. How are you doing, comrade? Welcome to Professor late night stream that started an hour later than normal because Professor was stuck talking to his sensei about current events at the dojo, which was very interesting to discuss. It's a good thing that none of them know I'm a streamer. It'd be kind of awkward. In fact, very few people know that I stream. I think it's mostly online people know that I stream. Very few IRL friends know that I do this type of thing. I moonlight as a VTuber in my spare time. The world cannot know. There we go. How much is the DLC? Let me ask that question. Because I have not played any farming sim game really before, and it seems like an interesting genre if you're into that type of thing, but it never really seemed like the type of thing that would necessarily appeal to me as an individual, but I can see the appeal to some people. I don't think we're going to build out the defensive wall completely. I think there's going to be a gap. I think there's going to be the gap here. I don't think we're fast enough to slam out. We don't have enough steel. Because as fast as Ray's digging it out, I think we just gotta get everyone inside. Yeah, I think we just gotta... Yeah, let's just go. We'll take what we can get. Alright, the hive is attacking. They're coming from... Oh, jeez, that's a chunky group. Alright. Alright, Helldivers, let's get ready. We gotta hold the line. We can get over here ASAP. Okay, so everyone get into position. Just if you can shoot, you can shoot. I'm not gonna overthink this. Keep you over here, and then I want a psychotic. Get there fast as well, and then Drunken Wafer's gonna stand over here, ready to intercept. Garm's gonna stand over here. Zoingo, I want you standing over here on this side. Okay, they're already here. They already punched through. Okay, that's a really big bug, a Terra Mantis. Okay, Garm, you gotta shoot this way. Oh, they jump over walls. Oh, okay. I see. Got it. Oh my goodness. Oh Jesus Christ. Okay. So what's left? Okay. Okay, so you need to back away. You quickly rescue over here. You need to get over here and just bash the guy's head in. Okay, you need to get over here. Quickly rescue Immortal. Okay. And then Scorsy. Grab a shotgun. Okay, so you're able to fight. Okay, so attack this one. Pull back here. Okay. Okay, and then quickly keep shooting. You rescue. Okay. Garm is alive, but barely. Okay, come on. Okay, and then I'm gonna give you a shotgun. And I'm gonna load you up with a bunch of shells ASAP now. Okay, Espada died. I couldn't save Espada fast enough. X-Slayer's got 2 hours. Unholy's fighting for their life. Garm's got 1 hour. Okay. Yours got 8. Okay, so you're not a doctor. That's fine. Are you a doctor? Okay. Scorsese is not a doctor. Our doctors are down. Okay. Gotta kill the other one. Okay, so you need to quickly self-tend. I'm gonna have Scorsese come out here and quickly try to stabilize Garm. And get Garm. Oh, I don't want Garm to die. Come on. Come on, Helldiver. You're not allowed to die. Okay, he couldn't tend to himself. Okay. You need to quickly tend. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to save. I don't think we can save everyone. I think we're about to lose a bunch of people. Okay, can you stabilize? Okay, so Garm might live, maybe. I think Zoingo's dead. Okay, so he's dead. Okay, so I can save him. Can I save Zoingo? Zoingo's dead. X-Layer's dead. I guess Garm dies too. I guess everyone just dies. Okay, well, there goes like half of our entire fleet. Oh my goodness. Alright, fine. I didn't realize that they had the option to fly over walls. That was what caught me off guard. Okay, let's undraft you, undraft you. Okay, who's still alive? Okay. Okay, so Immortal's got 1 hour. Can I get Immortal alive, or is Immortal dead here? You tend now. And then Unholy has no medical skill. I don't know if I can save Immortal. Come on. Come on. Just a few more injuries need to be tended. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. You can live. Oh my god! Okay, so, in the span of about 5 seconds, I just lost, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. So about half of our entire crew just exploded. Well, it turns out these bugs can fly, and they flew over my walls, which is not at all what I had anticipated. So now I have to make 6 graves. Also, I'm gonna strip them all of their gear because we're allowed to use their gear still. So I'm not gonna waste good gear. Okay. The real problem is that Immortal was one of them, and Immortal was our best crafter, which means now we have no crafting skills. Also, the people who survived have no combat skills, which means it's time for them to learn how to shoot guns. Alright. No, you need to keep tending to him. Okay, you're gonna survive. Okay, you need to tend. I don't care if you have no medical skill. This one still needs to be tended to, so tend to this one now, too. Oh my god. That was so bad. I didn't think they could fly. I saw them fly. I'm like, oh no. Alright. Oh. Alright, so... how am I gonna recover from this? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give Unholy them this gear. We could reload as a vote, or we could just try to keep pushing forward. I don't want to like just cheese it by reloading. I'm okay eating this because if it was a total colony wipe, I think I'd reload. But since it's not a total colony wipe, I think it's survivable. Technically, we can keep pushing on, but we're gonna have to grab everything back and try to find a way to sort through all this again. So we're gonna have to, I think, rely a little bit more on turrets for quite some time. Let's get this armor scattered around. So Ray is gonna get the recon gear. Oh, there's still another bug here. Get away from here. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna give Ray... let's see. Okay, that's finished off. Okay, so then Sun... Okay, so Funbound is alive, barely. Let's give Funbound a vac suit real quick. And then we need to find a way to store all of this, so we're gonna go here, and we're gonna do vac suits. Just to make sure that I grab all of them that haven't been allocated yet. Okay, so allocate those, scatter them around. Okay, I think we're gonna survive, but again, that was really bad, and I hated that. Technically, we do get one more person to join us, since we survived the wave. So, first of all, let's bury everyone. If you want to join the queue again, feel free to join the queue, because I think most of you will have to. If you died, you have to rejoin the queue. Oh gosh, wait. Who's my builders? Okay, so Funbound is my only builder. Got it. Okay. Marksman is starving, because, you know what, I just realized only Drunken Wayfarer is a doctor, but he's knocked out, so... okay, we'll have to give you... Doctor work, okay, 10? Oh, he's still not fully tended to, Jesus. We gotta take care of everyone. We can't leave. Okay, and then quickly feed the guy. Okay, and then we're gonna quickly build... Okay, so then we're gonna unrestrict, and then I'm gonna have you quickly make 4 or 6 graves. Okay. No, make the graves. You're not allowed to stop until they're all made. Until all your friends are buried. Okay. Link all these together. Okay, perfect. Let's go start burying. So, bury X-Slayer, bury Espada, bury you, bury Zoingo, bury Garm. Oh, it's okay. You know what? We knew this was the possibility of happening if we're playing a Helldivers campaign where people are gonna die. The Super Destroyer is not immune to death. You know, death comes for us all, and we're just trying to not suffer too badly. Alright. Funbound is having a mental break, unsurprisingly. Alright, we're gonna get 1 reinforcement from the, let's grab a warrior. Let's grab a... Here, let's grab this guy. Randomize apparel, or randomize... Is there a randomize everything? That's an actual Helldiver. No, we shouldn't be starting with a proper Helldiver gear. What? Where's the randomize everything button? Oh, this is fine. Back suit. No. Everyone who comes in should only have the super citizen fatigues. All right, super citizen casuals. Abstinent, sickly, cold intolerant, delicate, chemical interest. What a fiesta of a colonist. Also, they're only 13. Got it. All right. Well, you will do your absolute best, buddy. And I don't know how he didn't teleport in. Alright, who's this one being assigned to? Their name is Lawman. Their actual name is... Ristin. Because Ristin, I know, said stuff earlier, so... Get Ristin in here. I think Ristin went to bed, though. We'll get another pawn if we survive 8 macroflies and 5 mega wasps, which is a lot to ask for. We're gonna have to rely on turret-based defenses for a while, I think. We can probably survive doing that. But we'll have to reorganize how we do turrets. Such as we don't have a lot of steel. Yeah. That's very scorsy. We gotta run a funeral. Let's run at least 1 funeral. We'll avenge yeah, we'll avenge you. Unfortunately, this version of Riston is very much not what I would call a good fighter. However, for the time being, I will assign Riston a... Everyone's gotta have a gun. Riston gets a rifleman kit. Funbound has no shooting skill. Ray has some. So, I think what we're gonna do for Funbound is, even though he's got no combat skill, I need to assign him at least a shotgun kit. Because even if you can't aim a gun, you can definitely aim the barrel of a shotgun. It can't be that difficult. Why is Ray moving so fast? Oh, she's just blitzing. Huh. Oh, the recon armor, that's why. Got it. Oh yeah, a lot of people... You just missed it. We just lost 6 people in one go, and they were all our best gunners. It was a clown fiesta. It was definitely a clown fiesta. Okay, so Sun's got 2 life-threatening conditions. Left Eye's got Bite Scar, and also cuts, and an extreme infection, which I'm not sure if you'll actually be able to beat. Hold on. You might be able to survive if we have our best doctor tend to you. Who happens to Drunken Wayfarer. I guess Riston's a decent doctor, too. Oh, that's a really tight race. Come on. Come on. Oh my goodness. Sun barely survives the infection. Literally down to the wire. Oh. Alright, we're gonna be stuck here for a little bit longer. Alright, so at least we have steel. At least build out whatever it is we need. And then... Okay, so you survived. You're fine. We barely have guns. Ray needs a weapon. I think I'm just gonna give Ray a shotgun. And then, Sun, you have no shooting capabilities, and I think I might have to just give you a shotgun. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna give you a shotgun. Scorsese technically doesn't have a kit. Okay, so Scorsese's getting assigned the proper shotgun kit. That should be fine. Get all the steel. Build out all that we can. Try to keep everyone from having a complete mental breakdown. I don't know what to do with the insect meat. There's a lot of it. Lavish meals. Cook lavish meals do forever using only the finest of insect meats. So at least we have something to eat with all that garbage, except we don't really have a cook. We have a cook, we don't have a crafter. Okay, so Ray's new job is crafting if she's not digging rocks up. Actually, no. No, I think that is how it has to be. You pass on the torch, it's okay. The dead will be avenged eventually, if we can survive. It's just the insect waves are very aggressive. Macroflies and mega wasps all sound horrifying. And we're trying to farm steel while we're here. At least we'll have food for a while. Although a lot of that meat's about to rot. So that's fun. Let's see, who's my cook? Unholy, where are you? Buddy, can you... Oh, you can't cook. We don't have... Oh, wait. Lavish carnivorous meals. Clear all using only insect meat. Okay, so you do that. Do that a bunch of times since we have enough meals to go. Mercedes-Benz pack for includes 4 MB Track Series tractors, 2 Unimogs, 3 across... I don't know what any of these trucks are, but I assume they're very popular actual farming trucks, right? Oh, we gotta clean this up too. Okay, so Riston just joined us. I'm gonna have Riston clean the dirt. Just to at least tidy this up a little bit. Riston does have a mild skill in construction or passion, so maybe we do have Riston build things. Yeah, until we can get training up and running for folks. You also need a helmet. I don't think we have a spare helmet. Oh, we don't have a spare space helmet. That's unfortunate. We could go into space if we had one. Oh, it's a new truck? Okay. Okay, so I don't talk about this very often, but have you ever watched videos of those actual like long haul shipping trucks, like by Volvo, the interiors of those things. I have no intention of ever becoming a trucker in real life, but I am very much interested in how these truckers live, like what they need on a day to, like what they live in, because a lot of them live in their truck while they're out on the road. Have you ever seen how like the really fancy ones look on the inside? Like we're talking, there's a bed, there's a bunk bed if you need it, there's a TV, there's a microwave. I think I saw one that even has like a mini stove in it, and I was like, this is so crazy for a truck. It's insane. It is like an RV on wheels that also happens to haul, you know, large goods across, you know, international borders. It's actually crazy. Hold on, let's see if I can find an image of one, because it is actually so cool to look at. So a Volvo truck. Interior. Let's see if I can find an image of one. Let's go open up Firefox. Oh wait, I already have Firefox, so let's open up another Firefox window. A Volvo truck interior. Hold on. Let me also slow down the game so I don't get ambushed by the fact that we're about to get murdered by bugs again. Oopsies. Like, looking at the insides of these things, like, look at this. Like, this has a bed or couch here, and it has a pull-down bed on top of that, and you have, like, a TV. You've got all that crazy stuff. Or, like, people who do, like, their YouTube van trucker life, like, you have a full-on mini fridge, TV, temperature, climate controls. It's so interesting to look at. Like, I don't want to be a trucker, but I am so always intrigued by how people live in these. You know what I mean? And it's actually like a crazy piece of engineering. Granted, these things are also like hundreds of thousands of dollars, but I guess if you want to live in the luxurious comfort on the road, like look at this interior of, this is from 2006, a VN780. So even back then, like you have a bunk bed system, you have like a fridge and storage, you can turn this into like a dinette. There's probably like a microwave somewhere on here. In fact, this is probably like a microwave slot or a small TV, like a tube TV. And it's actually just impressive. I love it. I love looking at these things. I love looking at RVs. I don't want to own an RV, but I love gawking. I love it. The reason why I enjoy them is I love seeing how people are able to turn a very small confined space into a living space, right? It's also why I have like a fascination with tiny homes, because it's interesting what people can do if they're willing to, you know, put their minds to it, I guess is the best way to describe it. We're gonna need more turrets. I'm gonna just like kit this thing out with a bunch of turrets. I'm gonna put a turret over here as well. I don't have an equivalent location on the other side, so for now we'll just put a turret here. And then we'll probably need a turret at the front. So at least that's a few more turret hard spots, hard points. But yeah, they do get really extra. Garm understands. Did we get a man in black? We did. His name is Stevenson. He's joined us from afar. He is going to be what? Who is it going to be assigned to? Congrats to Kefir. You get this one. You are a man in black with pretty good shooting, a pushover who became an industrial world counterfeiter, or counter-terrorist, a tortured artist, a patient cook, industrious, far-sighted, and tough, which is pretty good. Patient cook is irrelevant because you're not cooking anytime soon, though the other stuff is kind of unfortunate, and we're gonna quickly change your ideology. Alright, I'm sorry, Garm, that you died. It sucks, I know. I wasn't trying to get people murdered, but it happened. Let's run another funeral before we go into that engagement. Try to minimize the death. The pain of dying. Son decides to go on an insulting spree in the middle of our funeral. Got it. These guys are trying to clean up all that insect dirt. Maybe we have to fight, like, right here. How many components am I sitting on? 6. The problem is Immortal, I think, was one of the few. Now it's Ray and Unholy, but it's probably going to have to be Ray. Someone else has to dig rocks out. Oh, during the fight. Yeah, that's also true. You were in the middle of a mental break in that fight too, which was really rough. Because you definitely could have helped turn the tide if it wasn't the case, but what's done is done. We're gonna assign our new friend Kefir a rifleman kit because we don't have a spare machine. We don't have a spare machine gun. All right, who's ready to deal with the bugs? They're coming in for round 2, sir. Which means we should also grab all that steel too so we can build out all the other stuff. Thankfully, we have people making things. Unholy's crafting is not what I would call fast, but if he can make a vac suit, I'd say that's good enough. I think we should also research additional turrets. That probably would help us out a little bit. Better protection. Yeah, maybe we'll get heavy auto turrets and auto cannon turrets just to deal with the heavier hitters. All right, who's ready to deal with the insect wave? So first of all, let's get everyone inside. All right, there they are. So these, unfortunately, do fly. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to fight on the ship. We'll let the turrets poke what they can. They're actually getting a decent amount of shots in. Because they're going to have to find a way in. They're going to have to find a way inside. Now, Ray managed to escape. Good. They're going to destroy the generator. That's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out a gunner. Thankfully, Unholy's got a gun. I'm going to have Unholy shoot from here. Ah, look at that. Okay, so they're aggressive. They fly. Turrets are doing a pretty good job. Unholy's doing a pretty good job as well. Okay. Okay, let's get you inside. You got a spear. Fight this one. Pull back. Alright, most of them are dead. Alright, we did it. We survived. Not too bad. We did lose our geothermal generator, which is the more unfortunate part, but we're stuck here for a little bit longer anyway, so not a big deal. Yeah, we lost a bunch of turrets. Alright, I want to execute this one. And then let's have Sun come out here and finish off these wasps. Alright, we'll get heavy auto turrets is fine. Okay, actually, while Risten's here, you want to finish these off too? Perfect. Okay. Think we survived whatever that abomination was. It's a little rough, and there's another insect wave coming in 4.8 days, so we have to try to get ready for the boom ticks as well. Alright, hopefully... Oh, wait, hold on. We survived another fight, so we do get another pawn. Alright, who is it gonna be? Let's just grab a colonist, which is fine. I'm just gonna randomize them. Alright. Athletic, wimp, restful, great memory, kind, good shooting, melee, and crafting. That's perfect. That's what I want. Alright, who's this being assigned to? Congrats, Skylet. You're back in. Alright, Skylet, let's see. Your pawn is a 43-year-old mid-world loner who grew up to be a gunsmith. You're pretty good with construction and crafting, which means what I'm probably going to do for you is your entire goal in this colony is to craft things, and if you happen to have spare time, you're allowed to build things, but that's about the extent of your duties. I think that'll be fine. There's so much insect meat too, which is a little crazy. We could probably... okay, so our big problem is we don't have components now. Not that many. Let's haul these in. And let's haul these in. Haul this in. I think we just actually leave. I think there's a reason for us to stay here. Yeah. There's not really a reason for us to stay here. Also, I don't know why it says there's no spot to store the components when there's clearly a spot to dump it in. No, don't build this anymore. Let's just grab all that. I don't care if this insect meat's rotting. It's not relevant. If only we could find an orbital trader. Eventually. Alright. I think we have enough meat or food that we could probably survive going in. Also, congrats on being very smart. You're now quite intellectual. You're a little more intellectual. Kill this Ibex Ram. I don't really want this. Let's leave it. So we gotta get Skylit a weapon. What's your weapon of choice today? You have a pretty good shooting skill, so I will assign you a DMR, and that should be fine. And Kefir, we gotta assign you Rifleman Kit eventually. Once you're willing to get it for some reason that you're not willing to do it now. Alright, I think yeah, we haven't grabbed the components yet. We can't leave yet. I think we'll stay for like at least another day. There's a lot of steel that I need to grab anyways. And I think we've managed to grab... we could poke the Ancient Danger. I'm scared to open Ancient Dangers now every single time because I don't know what's lurking behind there. I also need to get better melee weapons. Drunken Wayfarer has been running around with a spear. This spear has been getting him so much value, but it's not going to be enough. Yeah. Anyways, what was I talking about before? I got completely distracted by a bajillion different things. How are you, Infadave? Hi. Throwing things at me now, I see. What have I done to deserve this? Have I wronged thee? Ow. Also, my throat is still a little sore. Oh my god, we were getting choked in my martial arts thing today too, so if I sound a little off, turns out being choked is gonna do that to you, so, you know, if I sound weird, you'll know why. So looking for a new game? Have you considered playing Terra Firma, Greg? Have you considered the joy of Terra Firma, Greg? What was the animal that you tamed? There was like there's an Ibex Ram that I'm probably gonna slaughter. That's what you acquired. We're only staying here because I need to grab steel, and then we're bailing. Have I considered what? Team Fortress 2? Love Team Fortress 2. I used to play a lot of TF2 back in the day. In fact, TF2 and Gary's Mod were the very first games I ever got on my Steam account. That's not even a joke. Although I did hear that there's a new thing called TF2 Classic that's coming out. Okay, let's do auto turrets. The fried rice. I think it was like, I think it's one water. It's like 2 parts water, 1 part light, 1 part dark. Mix it together and cook your rice in that. I think that's what it was. I think that's what it was. And then you still have to fry it once you get it out of the pot. Okay, we're caked up on steel again. Mostly. 31 components is pretty good. Hey, you think fried rice is healthy? No, fried rice is one of the most unhealthy things you could possibly consider eating. Can we just get out of here? I think we just... Oh, we can't. Oh. That's why we can't leave. Oops. Good evening, Immortal. You just missed half of the colony dying. Hello, Entropy. How are you doing? I see you over there on the other side. Having a good evening. Thanks for swinging by. Yeah, you want to see the graves? There's Immortal, there's Psychatic, there's Garm, there's Zoingo, there's Espada, there's X-Slayer. Oh yeah, there was a lot of dead people. So I found out some of the bugs could fly, and they flew right over my walls, and I was like, oh, that's a new gimmick. And so they died. It was very tragic. And also probably preventable if I was smart. So we're slowly restocking our ship with, you know, fresh bodies to help, you know, recover from that. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Okay, I didn't expect the bugs to fly. All right, I don't think anyone expected the bugs to fly. Anyways, we're gonna fly ourselves out of here too. I think I got everything I care about. Let's go. What are we waiting for? Oh, the elk. Alright, we're gonna go to the next tile with a cave system. Just get a big slipper. I don't have a giant chinelas that I could use to smack the bugs. Or how would a Filipino say it? I don't have a chinelas to smack the bugs. I don't speak Tagalog at all. But I can do the accent, kind of. I thought about one of these days just doing a stream and just speaking in a random accent that I will make zero warning about, or in a completely different way. Like, what if I do like the... I know we joked about the mommy stream, what if I talk like that? And you never would have expected it. I'm just gonna sound like that. Dedicated melee specialist would also not be a bad idea too. Let's move the landing zone just a little bit. I would like to be like absorbing that beautiful, beautiful steam power. As Woods in Black Ops 6 says they're flying now, you're kidding me? Wait, is that a thing that Woods says? I have not played Black Ops 6. I have not played Black Ops 6, and I probably will not, but let's go. We gotta go killing, so let's go grab 1, 2, 3, 4. Everyone with a gun, let's go. Everyone with a decent gun, let's go. We're going bug hunting, ideally without people walking over there and dying. Alright, stand over here. Start blasting. Maybe we'll get Drunken Wafer out here too, because Drunken Wafer's got melee weapons. Alright, step over. Beautiful. Alright, next. Alright, we're just gonna kill all the muskoxes. Okay. Move up. Do it again. Okay. This is probably like the dumbest way to do things, but this is like the easiest, least thinky way to do it. So knock these out too. Perfect. Let's go over here. And that should be fine for now. Let's undraft everyone for now so they can all relax, and then let's also kill the bugs off. And hopefully that should get us something going. We may need to go down here and kill this bug stack as well, just to minimize the chance of our pawns walking over there and dying when I'm not paying attention. Time to use terraform. Interesting what kind of board gameplay. Wait, which game are you talking about for terraforming? Which game? Just fly and kill your first one. That's what he said. Oh, okay. I have not, like I said, I never played Black Ops 6. I've given up on Call of Duty, not gonna lie. I liked it when they were kind of like trying to be a military shooter, and then they decided, what if we have Nicki Minaj facing off against Snoop Dogg? And I'm like, I think I'm done with this franchise. Oh, the game is literally called Plan B Terraform. Got it. Let's go kill a bunch of bugs real fast. I want to just clear out all the bugs. Alright, perfect. You can go back, and you can go back. I think 3 people is probably enough to handle these. Maybe. Well, we got a lot of shotguns. Oh, does it? Is it like terraforming Mars? Like the world starts to change bit by bit? Okay, they're not even reacting to me. Wait, Kefir's in a daze. Why? Alright, finish this one off. Alright. Perfect. Alright, we killed a bunch of bugs. Fantastic. Can this stack of 3 kill one more bug? Or is it already dead? Oh, okay. Interesting. I mean, that sounds like the type of thing that I would play too, honestly. I'll just undraft this stack. Alright, we got muskox for dinner, we got some jelly, we got everything we need to survive for the foreseeable future. Oh, okay, cool. I guess there's just like a casual bug infestation while we're at it too, because we're never allowed to have fun. We're never allowed to have peace. Kefir's psychotically wandering despite being injured, which is really bad. I need someone to tend to the poor guy. So if you can tend to him, alright. Oh, that's not a small bug set. That's a big bug stack. All right. Thankfully, if we just applied very heavy guns, turns out the bugs are gonna die. So that's good. So he's gonna be okay, right? Good. Let's go down here and just kill these. And ideally, we need to put another heavy turret right over here, and need to refill these with munitions ASAP. Okay. What a mess that was. We have survived, kind of. Let's go take care of all of our injuries now and restocking of all of our weapons. And also Kefir's got an infection, because of course he does. Okay. Tend. Middle space have turn vector. Let me look at this game. I've never heard of this title before. What is it called? Plan B Terraform. Is it Plan B because you thought there were aliens and there's no aliens? Wait, this game looks really cute, actually. Terraform a lifeless rock into a lush habitable world. Build trucks, trains, and grows population to millions. Simulate water, atmosphere, temperature, and forest. Wait, that looks sick. Oh my god, there's even little Martian there's even Martian highways with roads and lanes. Doesn't this remind me of, like, Infraspace? It kind of reminds me of Infraspace, actually. Huh. Okay, so is Kefir gonna survive being infected, or is he still gonna be sad wandering while infected? Looks like he's gonna be sad wandering while infected for some time. Also, can you go over here and quickly finish off this Megapede in case this thing accidentally stands back up, please? Thank you. Alright, we gotta get that generator up and running. I need to make sure my gunners are in top shape too, because the reason I'm trying to clear this out before we go in is because there's a lot of potential threats, and I just want to make sure we have every potential angle covered, especially as we're going to send a few people down into the pit as we go hunt down this Grav core. Have a good night, son. Thanks for swinging by, comrade. Let's grab this stack here. I think these 4 are probably good enough to do what I need them to do next, and also I'm going to need to run power through this area here as well. Still weird you can move entire bases now. Goddess leaves, may benefit of chaos, may exhaustion goes. Okay, have a good night. A lot of people come by like right before they sleep, and I appreciate it. Hopefully you have a good rest. Alright, bugs are dead. Go over here, slap that thing down. You know, the other thing why we're doing this too is that this is a very good way for these guys to get shooting EXP, because they typically don't have any in the first place. So even though it's not getting them a lot of EXP, a little bit's better than nothing. Alright, mass reload, and then we're gonna just... I think we can... I think that's fine for now. Let's leave that be. This opens up all this steel as well. And now we have auto canisters, which we're not gonna use. But I think it would be good to get some... we could also get... I would love to have a pelican, but I don't think that's happening anytime soon. Oh, jeez. There's always some mad animal trying to ruin our day. That's why we build more turrets. Okay. Also, who's our colony cook? Our very overworked Unholy needs to manufacture current... do this forever. Make all the insect meals that you can possibly make. Might as well burn through that insect meat as quickly as possible. Please do this. No, do this one. Yeah, I don't... No, don't... What are we making here? This should be fancy meals, I think. I think the problem is that all the meat's, going rancid before we can even process it. And so Unholy has to keep restarting. Is there any plasteel? Okay, it's not fine. Oh, okay, there's no plasteel. Alright, that's fine. It's a little unfortunate, but that's fine, I guess. As long as we have the nice meals. Okay, you can rest now. Alright, we got about 1.4 days. We have turrets being built and reloaded. That's fine. Components are semi-plentiful. So the people that I cannot afford to lose right now, I can't afford to lose Skylet. Primarily because Skylet is, well, a fighter. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to grab Ray, and Funbound, and Unholy. And we're going to send them into the pit. Let us send them into the pit and see what treasures abound. If we're lucky, we find advanced components and plasteel. If we're unlucky, we don't find any of that. Alright, welcome to the insect lair. It's spooky. Also, get Drunken Wafer down here too. I want you to join in the fun. Whoop, whoop. That meteor almost killed Funbound, is all I'm gonna say. Your meteor almost killed the poor guy. Switch to buckshot here. And then you need to reload. You're already loaded. Okay, cool. You were very close. Was that your intent? Were you trying to kill the poor guy? Finding more things. Alright, keep digging. Keep digging with your guns. I think we can just melee this, I think. Okay, so we don't want to blow that up. Where's the insect queen? Okay, we still have time. Okay, maybe we don't have you standing right there. Have you stand over here, blast this way. Muffled chittering. Funbound hears something massive lies behind this wall. Great, that's not a good sign, I think. That's a very scary sign. Okay, let's get very, very careful here. Okay, so shoot. Alright, so why don't you eat your meal? Oh, yeah, eat your meal first. And then let's make sure we're all full before we commit. Okay. Yeah, you definitely hit walls and buildings is all I'm gonna say. Maybe not the things you want to hit, but you've hit stuff. Hello, Kahila. Good evening. Hello on YouTube. How are you, local slime? Alright, we gotta get ready for this. There's something spooky back there. I cannot shoot at this for some reason. Oh, hello. Let's, okay, well. Okay. Oh, okay, that's quite spooky. Pull you back. We need to get Drunken Wafer over here now. And then we get Ray back, and then have Unholy tank this. Fire at the Mega Scarab. Fire at this Scarab. That's fine. We can tank this. Okay, pivot over here to melee this thing. Pivot Unholy backwards. Okay. Drunken Wafer immediately went down as the thing just ripped through his leg. Okay, so we're gonna have you... Okay, so why don't you carry Drunken Wafer out of here. And then push off the Hive Queen. Okay, we found what we came for, thankfully. The most important part is that there's multiple of these things, and I can have Funbound deconstruct this. Perfect. Okay, and then, yeah, you shoot that thing, I guess. Perfect. Okay, so Unholy's got... Drunken Wafer. Okay, rescue the poor guy. Attack wave in about... What is that? 1 in-game day, so we got a little bit of time. Anyways, you're more relaxed than last time. Your stomach medicine working wonders, though you're still, it's a somnifer. You passed both your exams from last week. Oh, hey, that's good. I'm glad that you were able to pass your exams. And you seem less stressed, it sounds like, too. That's good. I know school's always stressful. I'm glad I'm not in school anymore, but I definitely sympathize for those who are still suffering in the realm of education. How many more shotgun shells? Oh, we got... maybe we need to back out. Okay, Drunken Wayfarer has not been tended to yet, so someone should probably tend to the poor guy. Alright, Riston's primary job in the colony is to be a doctor. Yeah, there's not much else who can. C's get degrees. Listen, I agree with that generally. Just remember, you still need to put some modicum of effort into it. Okay, so exit, grab all the grav cores and grav 175 panels. Okay. Do we want to keep digging out other treasures that are abound in here? Or do we just bail out? Putting in effort? Okay, well, listen. Effort, at least you're putting in effort. That's good. 190 panels is really good. Okay. Let's grab these two. And grab the panels, steel. That should be good enough. So if they want to free themselves, they gotta make sure they take all this, because we're gonna fight off a bunch of bugs. 5 boom ticks and a fuel mite isn't too bad. Kefir's infection has not been tended. Oh, I think Kefir dies. Okay. That infection almost we survived. I'm sorry, Kefir. Your body wasn't strong enough. Okay, I was not paying attention. I didn't realize he was infected. That's my own fault. I know, it's my fault. I didn't realize you were infected. Oh. You joined us and then you immediately died. There's so many things to manage. Alright, let's bury you. Okay, Riston has a modicum of construction. Get some skill building a grave. Come on, get those panels out. I receive a meteor shower. Can you wait until the bugs show up and then you can try to meteor shower the bugs? Grinding your elbows down to see in the physics. Putting left arm and stuff like saving themselves. Oh, okay. Gotcha. So you're putting hard work into the math-based ones. Which makes sense. Also, hello, Normar. Good evening. Or morning to you, I guess, since it's morning in your time zone. Alright, we buried Kefir. Let's quickly run a funeral. To be fair, math is fairly difficult. I don't blame people for struggling with math. Math is a difficult subject if you're not prepared. Alright, we got all the grab panels, which is what I care about. Which means the ship can be expanded again. 190 tiles expansion is a really large amount of space that we can work with. Okay, so now we have more space to build. We gotta go into space. We need to get the vac stone. As much as I don't want to, we have no choice. Let's figure out our suits too. I think I will deconstruct one of these cores for a TFG module. Anyways, a mechanoid cluster has conveniently landed right also before the bugs show up, so that's fun. Yeah, that's an auto charge turret. Can I leave? No. Great. Okay, so we have to deal with this now. I want everyone staying on the inside of the ship for now. The turrets are doing okay. Let's see. Actually, where is Skylet? Skylet, you have a long-range weapon. You might be able to poke down the turret at range. Never mind, they just instantly headshot Skylet, and now Skylet has permanent brain injuries. Of course this happens. You know what? Of course. This game just absolutely hates me if I try to do anything. You know what? I have 10 Luciferium. I do forget this every single time, yes. I do. Oh my god, they're gonna keep trying to shoot the turret down until it's dead. Also, hello, Lana, how are you? Alright, I like how Riston decided to walk outside and is probably gonna get gunned down unless I get Riston inside. The funny thing is, Skylet did have a DMR, but was in a position, not in a good spot. That brain injury is permanent. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna burn our Luciferium on Skylet. I think it's fine. We don't have brain surgery, so I'm just gonna give. We need to use the Luciferium. All right. I had no choice, Skylet. We had to give you the Lucy. You'll be fine eventually, but it's the only way. It's the only way. Oh my goodness, can people... Okay. I thought I set... Oh my god. I thought I set the zone correctly, but apparently not. Okay, run out here, grab the guy, and then rescue the guy. Okay, then I'm locking all the doors. No one's allowed outside. And then someone needs to tend to the dying individual here. Oh, this is so stressful. I just want. I'm just gonna fly out of here. As soon as our ship is ready, we're just gone. I'm not gonna stick around in this abominable nightmare of an area. There's a lot of steel to be had, but we have steel. I'm sure there would have been components too, but we'll make components. Staying here is a death trap. Asking to die. Oh look, the hive raid. Maybe they'll deal with the maybe they'll deal with the insectoid or the machines. We have 0 smoke grenades in storage. We have EMPs. I gave everyone EMPs. I didn't get anyone smokes. All right, we won the insect wave, which means we technically get another pawn. All right, who's it gonna be? This one can't fight. Oh wait, there's a randomize button. I'm gonna close my eyes. Okay. 77. Let's make you 57 is fine. Undergrounder, clumsy, ravenous, pyromaniac, kind, cannot be intelligent, cannot craft, good melee, good construction skill. Alright, sure. Let's assign this to someone. Yes, the hand EMP grenades, because that's what they use in Helldivers. Mostly because I haven't built the other EMP weapons yet. Because we've been kind of struggling with components, because I haven't built the... I'm just going to build the autocrafter, honestly. I'm wondering if someone's crazy enough to speedrun Rimworld. Oh, people have speedrun Rimworld all the time. How do I feel about Uma Lindis in Fire Emblem Shadows? Fire Emblem Shadows is a stupid game, and I refuse to play it. I think the concept of that game is dumb. Alright, congrats to Immortal, you're back in. Alright, you are a cave world tunneler who became a medieval doctor, undergrounder, clumsy, ravenous, pyromaniac, kind. Also, I thought I made you 77, but apparently you're 18. I don't know what's happening anymore with your age. But yeah, I refuse to play Shadows. I saw the video of it, and I'm like, this is Fire Emblem Among Us, and this is a stupid concept, and I refuse to even give this the time of day. It's such a weird, stupid idea. And I think it is insulting to the Fire Emblem franchise. The fact that it exists is only because they made a game, they didn't know how to theme it, and they're like, what if we just made it Fire Emblem to get all the Fire Emblem nerds on board? They did, and now people are like, oh my god, another Fire Emblem game? It's not a Fire Emblem game. It is so far away from being a Fire Emblem game. I hate the fact that it exists. I think Fire Emblem Shadows is gonna flop bad. And the time and resources that they spent making Fire Emblem Shadows could have been put into actually making a good game, like another Fire Emblem main title. Or if Intelligent Systems were intelligent, they could make another Advance Wars title. They could do so many different things, but they're like, nah, weird, stupid, furry, like, it's not even furry, it's like Fire Emblem Persona Among Us, and it is an absolutely ridiculous concept. Yeah, there's Catboy Dimitri, there's a Horse Girl Lynn, and I think there's a bunch of other ones. Like I don't even want to pull up the video. I love the Fire Emblem main games franchise. Like the mainline titles are generally really good, even if the plot sometimes is a little wacky. Fire Emblem games either get the plot right, but the gameplay wrong, or they get the gameplay wrong, but then they get the plot right. It's kind of like you don't usually get both. I rant about this because I love the franchise. I grew up playing the franchise ever since the first English release, and I played most of the Japan-only releases and through, you know, translation patches. And the mainline games are always really good, but the gacha game is ridiculous. Okay, here's an example. All right, I have to just describe this because of how absurd this is. Okay. So, when I first started, I played Fire Emblem Heroes, the gacha, a long time ago. I don't play it anymore because it's a dumb game, and I think it's really, really bad now. But back in the day, Fire Emblem had mechanics, like character skills, and they were generally, you know, like not super crazy, right? So, like, take a look at Nino, who's like one of my favorite characters. If you fully upgrade your weapon, look at this. You look at the bonus you get. You grant your bonus to units attack during combat. Okay, real simple. It's 2 lines. Okay, All it says is you take your attack and you add it again to your unit when you're fighting. Okay, simple enough. Do you want to know how ridiculous the skills in this game are now? Let me just show you. So they released a new character, or a new hero, a Mythic Emblem Corrin, which is like, it's not even Corrin from Fire Emblem Fates. They're like, what if we took Fire Emblem Fates Corrin, but we took the version from Engage, and also she's got like the weird thigh gap, you know, like cut out for some reason too. I don't know anymore. Anyways, take a look at the sheer amount of text on this weapon. That's not 2 lines. That is like, it's just like reading a Yu-Gi-Oh card. You're reading a literal Yu-Gi-Oh card to play this. It is absolutely insane. And then that's not even the longest one. This is the longest skill that this character has. I am not gonna, do you see this? This is like, I don't understand how people play this game anymore. The sheer amount of power creep and absurd like text creep makes this game unbearable to me. Like this is so much process. This is not playable, okay? Like, boost damage by 60% of your resistance when your special triggers, but you also neutralize special cooldown -X on unit, reduces damage from other things, and, you know, activate Dragon Vein, but then, like, I don't know what Dragon Veins are, but then they explain what Dragon Veins are, and it's like, it's just so much text, it's like, I hate it. This is why Fire Emblem Heroes is, like, down the gutter, but people still play it. I think people play it legitimately because of, cost sunk fallacy. Because they put so much time and money into playing Fire Emblem Heroes that they can't quit even if they wanted to, just because it's been so ingrained. Because this game has been around for a very, very long time. You have to remember, I was playing Fire Emblem... Oh, Scarlet's up again. Oh, shoot, hold on. I think I have to let my dog out. Hold on, I think he needs attention. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. I apologize. The dog demands it. Sorry, the dog didn't want to be let out. The dog was complaining because he's not getting attention from people because the cats are getting the attention instead. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, it's same reason. Like, exactly. People spend time playing War Thunder. People spend playing all these other games they've sunk a lot of time and money into, and they don't really want to get away from it. I get it. I understand. I was in those positions too, okay? Wait, has Corrin always had that weird thigh gap? I didn't know that. Well, regardless, I think it's dumb. Corrin is probably one of the, like, worst written characters in Fire Emblem. Like, there's a thing in Fire Emblem where the characters want to glaze, like, all the side characters will glaze the main lord. Like, they want to basically, like, suck their dick, essentially, because of how, like, important they are, and they will tell you this, right? Engage is really bad about this because you're essentially a god. Essentially, you're like a god dragon, and everyone wants to be like, "Oh my god, you're the great dragon! Oh Lord Dragon, please tell us what you want to do." Also, holy cow, you're not kidding. She really does have this in like all for other alternate arts. You were not joking. Hold on. Silent Bloodline Corrin. Yeah, it's got the thigh cut out. And then let's see. Ninja Corrin, thigh cutout. Okay. Let's see. Let's check out another F Corrin. Evil female Corrin. Yep, there it is. Okay. And then normal female Corrin. It's still there. You can see it. It's just not from this angle. There you go. Do they actually have it on the summer one too? How do they have it on the summer one too? Oh, it's not even summer. It's like, what is this, wedding version? I guess it's not on this one. She's just got like a single thigh high. with a singular weird cutout too. What game to start Fire Emblem? My general recommendation is if you have never played a Fire Emblem title and you want to get into the franchise, I think you should start with Awakening. Because Awakening generally has a lot of like callbacks to previous Fire Emblem. It's a fairly self-contained storyline, and it has a lot of waifu emblem mechanics that's emblematic of modern Fire Emblem. So I generally recommend, and it follows the typical Fire Emblem formula. So I generally recommend Awakening as a entry-level Fire Emblem title. I do not recommend you jump into something with Fates. If you don't want to play that one, I would recommend the Game Boy Advance version, and I would recommend Sacred Stones due to the fact that Sacred Stones is easier, has a difficulty select option, and is also a pretty decent storyline. It has like open world, and you can farm EXP. And then after that, I would branch out into the other ones. If you want to know my personal favorite Fire Emblem, I personally like Fire Emblem 7 the most. It's the one I started with, and I think it's probably one of the better ones in terms of like being a Fire Emblem adventuring party storyline instead of like globe-spanning wars. That's really the main thing. Fire Emblem stories are divided into two camps. You have the stories that are designed around like massive continent-spanning conflicts that either involve dragons, ancient dark magic, or ancient national grudges, or religion. And then you have the ones where it's like, here's a small scrappy band of adventurers and they're out to do a thing, like stop a war from happening in the first place. Really, you gotta pick whichever one you want, whichever one you vibe with. Also, we're gonna fly out of here. Let's go to... We got what we came for. We don't need to stay here. And also because that thing is in the way. Can we go into space yet, or is it too risky to go into space? Are we... Hold on, before we go, I want to save. I think we are capable of going to space, but I want to just be 100% sure. I'm gonna save... Oh, I can't even make it to the space station. Okay, so... We gotta fly back in this direction so we can get to the... Get up there. Okay. Let's go here. Let's go to this harbor. And that should get us close enough. Yeah, let's go here. There's a harbor and a bay, which is kind of interesting. 3 Houses. 3 Houses is also really good, too. 3 Houses has a very interesting plot line. I still think 3 Houses was not very... 3 Houses, I think, was fine in plot, but I think they dropped the ball with Edelgard's plot line, and I've always held the opinion that they should have released a Fire Emblem 3 Houses Golden Route option, but I know they didn't, and I get why, because to this day, we still have perpetual Fire Emblem 3 Houses discourse. Every time a Fire Emblem discussion is like, it's all... Anytime someone talks about Fire Emblem 3 Houses plotline, it basically turns into this. Was Edelgard a war criminal? Is Dimitri's actions gonna do anything, or is he just maintaining the status quo? That's basically what it is. Wow, look at this harbor. Wow, it even has like its own set of buildings. That's actually kind of sick. Alright, well, let's land... I think my door is... Oh, look at that. Ooh, I can land right there. We can land right there. That looks nice. I like that. Let's do that. Alright, we're gonna expand the ship. This ship needs like a massive expansion now that we got like another 200 tiles to work with. I thought 3 Hopes wasn't like a game like that. I thought 3 Hopes was different. Alright, let's go grab what we need here. So first of all, I want to grab the components, steel components. Grab that. And then... How do we expand the ship? First of all, how many components do we have? We have 22. So let's add at least another turret over here. You know, how many beds do I have? I have enough beds, okay. I'm just trying to think how I want to design the expansion of this general vicinity. So I do want to, again, make hallways. Quite frankly, I don't think I want to keep the research lab here permanently. I think that's just a temporary location that I've made. So since I have enough to expand, I think we'll expand towards the rear, and we'll try to move the research labs actually to the back. At least further to the back. Where's my panels? Did I not grab the panels? Oh, because we got locked in the stupid tile. Oh. Hold on, we're gonna reload that. Hold on, I know what happened. I'm actually gonna reload that because I'm not losing that 175 grab panel. I know exactly what happened. Yeah, okay, alright. I'm gonna have you drop everything real fast because you have, like, the heaviest armor. And then I'm gonna allow you... Okay. Let's cancel the launch. I'm gonna have... We're just gonna quickly run over there and grab it real quick. So open this door. You go here. Okay. Unlock that. And then we're just gonna sneak around real quick and grab the panels. I was like, where'd my grab panels go? Okay, so we can grab 12 more, then we can cycle back down here. And then... Who else can carry a lot? I don't know why you're over capacity by a lot. Oh, because you're still injured, right? Okay. And then we're gonna have Sun come by as well and do the same thing. So we're gonna open this up, have Sun go out. Everyone should remain on the ships. That's fine. And then just drop that. Cool. And then have these two go over. Grab the next stack. There's these panels. I almost completely forgot about these. Anyways, yeah, Fire Emblem, fantastic franchise, just a lot of shenanigans going on, and it can get a little wacky. Oh my goodness, a combat supplier. A caravan? Well, I prayed that they were gonna survive, because there's a bunch of... Well, actually, hold on, they might be able to get rid of them. Well, I guess we'll find out. I don't really have high hopes. Alright, and then we're gonna have these two drop. These panels. And have them go back up. And then Skylit. I don't like run with the Empire. I don't know. I've done Fire... You know, I used to do Fire Emblem streams, like the whole Fire Emblem ROM hack things. Those were a lot of fun, and I do miss doing those. Oh my goodness, can they survive? Actually, while they're distracted, can I have Skylit come back out here and go for nothing? Oh, he's gonna die. Alright, just let them do their thing. Grab those panels. Grab the panels. And then pick up the grav core. And let's skedaddle. Oh, hold on. They're trying to fight the mechano. They're trying to fight it off. Hold on. Maybe we don't have to leave. He ran out of bullets. Did it actually? Oh my goodness, a supply company. We actually have trade ships. Hold on. My throat. Hello, Kefir. How are you, comrade? On that side, too. All the good FPS games are heavy? Yes, they are very heavy. Oh my goodness, look at this. I can buy things. Advanced components? 22 of them? Are they willing to buy them? Oh, they're not willing to buy that. Okay. Well, I'll sell them what I can. Okay, so I can't buy all this. I think at the very least we should buy as many advanced components as I can afford. So maybe 10 is fine. And then I'll sell them the plasteel. Or I'll buy the plasteel as well. I think that's fine. It's not ideal, but it works. I think we're free, actually. We don't have to leave yet. Okay, we're sticking around for a little bit longer. Oh, mostly. Hold on, let's get Ray over here. I think Ray can probably pop these turrets. I don't think they're gonna shoot us. I think they ran out of bullets, actually. Legitimately, I think they ran out. Hold on. Give me 1 second. We could go over there. Sure, why not? We'll check that out in a second. We'll pop this one. Okay, we're free. Let's stick around for a little bit longer before we travel again. We might as well grab as much steel as we can, and maybe we could probably rescue some of these poor fellas. I feel kind of bad that they are dead and dying. Alright, let's have Ray rescue this one. Siloey. And actually, hold on. 30 by 29 EMP grenades. I don't think I use any of this. Oh, this one has... Oh, there's a steel warhammer and mortar shells. And a gladius. Okay, so I think I will strip that one. And we'll also eat it. That's food. This one has vac suit helmets. Okay. CQC-5 hatchet, which I assume is from Helldivers. Yes, there's a Helldivers weapon. Fantastic, we'll do that too. Anyways, where was I talking about before I got distracted by all this? Right, Fire Emblem. Yeah, so a lot of Fire Emblem discussion more or less revolves around, especially Three Houses discussion, is which character committed the most war crimes? I'm not even joking, this is a common discussion. It's basically, did Edelgard commit war crimes? Did Dimitri commit war crimes? And then Claude is just there. And that's basically the gist of what the discourse typically ends up being, because you have people who are like Edelgard stands, and you have the people who are, you know, they believe in Dimitri, and Dimitri's like never, you know, he's just trying to do his best. Personally, I sided with Dimitri and his, you know, ragtag, scrappy group of blue lions. Edelgard's a little wacky, I guess is the best way to describe it. Also, I have nowhere to store all this stuff that we're finding, but I'm gonna give Immortal that beautiful gladius. And then this one we're also gonna, yeah, just strip everyone all this gear off. We'll figure something out to do with this. Who didn't commit a war crime in Fire Emblem? Claude, unironically. Claude, unironically, in Fire Emblem is a very good boy. He is just there, and he's just trying to make sure everyone has a fun time. Also, I just realized this has been completely not aligned this whole time, and now I am incredibly bothered by it. Cannot wait to get fusion reactors. Yeah. Alright, Immortal has a sword. Why do you move slow? Oh, because you're... Oh, wait, you're not supposed to be old. Hold on, you're not supposed to be that old. I changed your age, but I forgot to get rid of your frail and bad back. Alright, go back to normal. Actually, I'm going to give you that hammer, too. Pick up that steel warhammer. And then... I'm going to Drunken Wayfarer this CQC hatchet. There is also an incendiary launcher, which we should probably grab. There's also a free helmet, which I'm going to give that helmet to Ray. I think Ray should have the helmet. Dilapidated map. Might as well read these real quick. I think these will unlock new quest tiles for us. You grab the helmet. Okay, and then you're gonna read this. Might as well read these as well. I'm not sure if these will do anything. A new quest, a construction site nearby. Okay, we'll go there. That seems like a fun quest to do. Hit a construction site. Oblivious. Okay, we'll go questing in a little bit. We might as well get more additional things, and let's grab that marine helmet. I think everyone's got a helmet now. So the only thing we're missing is we don't have enough vac suits, but that can be resolved. Alright, let's get recon helmets here as well. Just I need to dump it somewhere. Sure, has that at some point. Child soldiers think present like... Okay, so the child soldier thing is a very common joke about Fire Emblem, because it's like, a lot of the characters in Fire Emblem are typically teenagers. Like, Fire Emblem, aside from the giant, you know, giant conflict that serves as the backdrop for most of the plot, Fire Emblem is also kind of a coming-of-age story. It's really weird to say it like that, but it's kind of true. Because a lot of the characters are often teenagers or young adults who are trying to find their place in the world, and often they're thrust into this conflict as a way to facilitate that change in their character and to give them a motivation to go on their Fire Emblem adventure. That said, there's some characters in Fire Emblem where it's like, why is this character in here? And it's literally like, this like a child. Hold on, I will pull up prime examples. Hold on. So, in Fire Emblem Fates, you have what's I call the hyperbolic baby time, or the hyperbolic time chamber, where when you have two characters that get an S rank, they shove their child into a time chamber and they grow up at like 1000x speed so that they can join your war. Okay? It sounds really stupid. Yes. But it's true. And then you end up with characters who are like, this is a child character who's literally a child, and for some reason we're sending them to war. This is Midori, who is like Kaze's child. And I'm like, why is this young merchant child fighting in a giant conflict between basically fantasy Europe and fantasy Japan? And she's not like the only example. There's like a whole bunch of other of these. Yeah, and some of them don't, if they don't survive, that's on you. If they die, that's your fault. Remember that. Oh yeah, and then here's like the main player character's child too, where it's like dragon child. And then you have, who else is there? I think that's like the youngest one, right? So there's a lot of interesting shenanigans. But you know the funniest thing, and you can blame Fire Emblem Heroes for this, there is literal child soldiers in Fire Emblem Heroes. I don't know how to describe this, but once a year, Fire Emblem Heroes will release what I can only describe as the child soldier banner. Hold on. I have to pull up an example. You will understand. Okay. Let's use. I think there was a Lin one. Hold on. I thought there was a Lin one. Oh yeah, like here we go. I'm sorry. This is literally just Child Lin and Child Mark. And I think they did this. I think they did it for the other characters in this banner as well, which was so funny to me. It's like, okay, so we're just. They do this every year where it's like, what if we just have a child banner and send them off to war? Like, here's Kid Hector. All right, send him off to war. He's got to fight and he's got to earn his place as the leader of Ostia. And I think the same thing with Eliwood too. Hold on. I think Eliwood's got it too. Where's Eliwood? Yeah, and then you have like. And then you have the Eliwood version too, where it's like, look at the poor prince. He's like, oh, my rapier, I will defend everyone. I think they also did some for, oh, I know, there was the, what's it called? Fire Emblem, what was the name? What was the Pegasus sister's name? Thana? Fanny? I can't remember what the S. Yes, Ray? Why are we throwing things at me? Are you messaging me on Discord? Do I have to pay attention to that? Oh, you did. Oh my god, that's a lot of messages. Okay, I will read that in a bit. Okay, yeah, look at this. This is the funniest. Hold on, no, not this one. One of these is like so funny. Is it S? Oh, here we go. Why is this a banner character? Who decided that this is a thing we need in Fire Emblem? Like, that's literally a toddler being carried by their elder sister. And we're sending him off to war. Oh, it's so funny. Every time they release this child banner, everyone just starts going like, child soldiers, and it's like, it's hard to deny it because if you look, it's a kid. Why? Oh, I don't know. I'm getting so worked up about it. It's just so funny to me. And then you also have, I get it too. Like sometimes it's a joke. It's like a joke banner, but you'll have one where it's like, here's Lilina, but also like her dad. So it's actually Hector carrying their child to war. You know, Lin was originally 15, made 18 localizations. She was child. Yeah, that's true. I think most of the time Lin is just treated as like 18 in most media now. I don't know. Anyways, that's my complete side thing that I wanted to talk about because it's just so funny to me. I love Fire Emblem, but man, sometimes Fire Emblem does some strange Fire Emblem things, and it's kind of hard to not think about. Also, who has the other panels? Okay, someone's got it. drop these off now as well. Sometimes when we have Fire Emblem, we should make the kids fight too. I mean, if we ever do another Fire Emblem run, I would like to, but it's hard to kind of justify spending the time to do it when I don't know how many people really enjoyed it. I know a lot of people did, but it was a lot of time to set up, and that's the reason why I've not done another Fire Emblem PME run and why I didn't do that one. I should go to sleep earlier. I probably should. I'm like running on fumes. I'm gonna keep going though until I'm like gonna pass out. Yeah, like I love Fire Emblem, but it's rough. I know the other one that's been brought up was doing the Pokemon egg lock thing, but that's also kind of a lot of effort to set up. You just had 0 idea what was happening. Well, as long as you knew that you had a character and you knew what class they wanted to be, I think you were generally okay. Because I'm generally a good enough Fire Emblem player that it's not going to be that bad. Unimpressive. Also Volcanic Winter. Also the Ibex Ram is starving. We should probably slaughter this. I think aside from not having a suit for Immortal, we are actually space capable now. I think we are space capable. Now, should we go into space? Probably not yet. I think we've almost maxed out on steel. I think we should move, though. Oh, wait, hold on. There's a plasteel here. Why did we not grab that? I don't have a spot to store plasteel. That's really funny. Or that marine helmet. We gotta sort this out badly. Like, this needs a mess. Oh, you're gonna have one. Okay, have a good night, Garm. I know it's late for you. I hope you manage to get a new place of employment, because I know you've been complaining about your current one, and I don't want you to be stuck in a job that's just driving you mad. You need to find happiness, and if happiness involves leaving your job, then so be it. Okay, so we're not able to store the plasteel. I need to find a spot for this. There's so much chitin that I haven't been able to sell either. Alright, plasteel goes here. Just dump it somewhere so I can store it, and then we'll just fly off. I think we'll go to... You know, I kind of want to check out these architectural ruins. There might be something crazy going on over there. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do exactly that. Okay. Please haul the plasteel, the 8 tiles that we have. Are you dead yet? No, you're alive somehow. You're missing a hand. Which means we probably should give you something. We'll give you a wooden hand, I think, to replace it. And then you should be fine after that. Alright, let's get on out of here. Let's go. Alright, launch. This Helldiver ship is not very Helldivery, but yeah, we're working what we got. We're gonna go check out this architectural ruins. Oh, we can't land there. Oh, we have to walk to it. Okay. In that case, I think this might be okay. We'll land right here. So, anyways, like I said, I love Fire Emblem, but man, that franchise is... It's definitely a thing. I'm curious to see where they're gonna go, because the next mainline Fire Emblem is like a prequel to Fire Emblem Three Houses, and it should be interesting. I am genuinely... my throat is starting to die. I hope I'm not gonna... my throat isn't super bad. It's gonna suck if my throat dies tomorrow. Alright, so we're not gonna stay in this tile very long. This is a very temporary location for us. Your happiness involves getting a girlfriend, but you go places that have none of them. Playing Warhammer Tabletop, long-distance internet relations, working in a factory, or doomed for your type of relationship. See, I have no idea what to respond to that, other than saying that you can't give up hope because look at me, I managed to get married through a long distance relationship on someone I met on the internet, but I don't know if that's just like bragging or if that's just like not gonna help at all. So that's the only reason I'm not trying to say anything. Also, let's go to the next tile over. We're gonna send Unholy, Scorsy, Immortal, and Ray. Should be fine. We're gonna have them floor, and I also need to make sure they bring some food, so bring the packaged survival meals and a bunch of simple meals. I think that should be fine. They got some meds, that should be good. All right, I'm gonna have them go next door, and then go. And then we're gonna also grab. We're gonna kill all the animals in this tile, so just kill everything because that's food, and hopefully the insects aren't gonna show up for a while. We have enough electricity to survive. Perfect. Anyways, we've arrived at the architectural site, which means there is a incredibly ominous cube. So I guess we should probably figure out what is going on in the cube. Fun fact, did you know there is no door to the cube? But we can deconstruct the walls, which is kind of interesting. Why does Scorsese move super slow? You're carrying on a bajillion things, okay. Two people income would make life livable. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of of that same opinion. I think having a dual income would make life a lot more bearable for, I think, most people. So don't feel bad if that's what you think, because I think a lot of people would probably agree with you. Let's just have you stand over here. Hello. What is this? Ancient pipes? Ancient things? Ancient treasure to be found? Components? Plasteel? Burger bags? Burger paper bags. Paper bags from fried chicken restaurants. Interesting. There's gotta be someone in here then. There's an abandoned forklift. Okay, let's see what else we find. Let's go explore this way. I'm gonna have a few people check out. I'm gonna have these two work in teams. Oh, hello. Okay, there are people in here. Okay, they do have guns. Okay, so we know there's others in this room, in this building. Let's get into position. Ah, pizza boxes or burgers from RFC. Okay, it's vaguely reminiscent of Tarkov, is all I'm gonna say. I have Ray and Immortals walk over there. Okay, I think poke over here. All right, that poor guy was not gonna survive. Immortal, check out over here. Okay, I think you can just rush him. Okay, yeah, cool. Immortal's got enough melee skill to just rush up. Oh, hello. Yeah, kill that one. Oh my goodness, Immortal's just chopping their heads off. Okay, got it. I don't know why we don't have tactical vests. We should probably get some tactical gear. How have I not been producing those? Oh, because I need combat apparel. Wait, no. Black armor. Oh, I need tactical vests. Oh, I've somehow managed to skip that technology this whole time. Okay, Drunken Wayfarer is incapacitated because of the anesthetic for putting the wooden hand. That's fine. Do we have any hunters here? Yes. The hunter is Skylet. Skylet is not hunting because they are crafting. But if they're not crafting, I think hunting is fine. Alright, let's keep exploring. So this Celeste person had a decent amount of stuff, actually. What did you have? Smoke Leaf. You had... dread leather, whatever that is. How bad were your roommates? Were they like super nutty? Like super crazy nutty? I'm not finding anything of note. I think we're gonna have to go down one more floor. Let's open the cardboard boxes. Okay. Found glass adhesive. What does this do? Repair weapons and equipment. Okay, this is literally... I think this is literally a Tarkov mod. Okay. Check out that last room, and then we're gonna go down the escalator. All right, let's go down one more floor. One was a massive douche who stole from people and cheated on all the women he'd been with. Drank and drove, undergo stuff, and oh, you might need to get better roommates. Yeah, those all sound like unpleasant people to be around. Highly questionable types. Let's go down here. Oh, is it really? Have people actually been saying it's really unbalanced? It seems kind of interesting. I got it because it seemed interesting. I'm like, oh, it gives our troops more places to explore. Is this... Who's this? Jaguar? I hear violence. There's violence in that next room over. There is a lot of violence in that next room over. What does Pepsi do? Seems sweeter. Drink the Pepsi. I guess there is a lot of loot. Oh jeez. I might need to change the... Alright. It's... I guess we have Immortal deconstruct this. Kind of amusing that I'm allowed to deconstruct this. I feel like I shouldn't be allowed to. Also, that guy died. Okay. Open this cache. Okay, so a rig. Concealable underneath an outer garment. I don't know what slot does this eat up? Oh, geez, no. Take the recon armor back. Thanks. All right, ready to find out what's hiding behind this? I'm curious to find out. Have a good night, Kahila. I know it's late for you. It's late for a lot of us. Get some good rest. I hope you'll be okay. Oh, that's a mechanoid. Oh, that mechanoid just ripped through all those guys, huh? Okay, so why don't we have you switch to slugs real quick before that thing notices we're here. Oh, merchant from the kinship's arriving. Ah, that's fine. Yeah, well, I'll trade with them. I'm just letting the ship do its own thing. Actually, since we have builders here, right? Cool. Actually, while our builders are chilling around, let's actually expand the ship. Yeah, I think I'm okay expanding this. Oh, let's also... Yeah. So we're gonna expand it lengthwise. My goal for this expansion is to create a spot for the fusion reactor. We're gonna build a fusion reactor on the ship, and it's gonna... Well, it's gonna eat up a lot of power. It's gonna generate a lot of power. So I want to make sure we have space. I think this is probably good enough space for it. Probably. Yeah, I think this is fine. And then we'll expand out here. Yeah. A lot of your fusion reactor mod is just so good for space travel. That's why we use it. Alright, we gotta bait that thing out. Can I bait it with Immortal? Alright, unfortunately, I didn't expect Immortal to get blasted that quickly. Okay, so let's, what did they chop off? Alright, they chopped off your right shoulder, so you're missing an arm now. Fun fact, I apparently didn't bring a good doctor with me, so that's tragic. What do these guys have? Gas mask, tactical vest, there's a sports bag over there. Let's have you quickly crack this one open. The Salwa kit is just a med kit, I think. MREs, okay, so... Okay, so we're gonna have you quickly pick up that Salwa kit and then go over here and tend to Immortal with medicine. Can I actually take this with me? Oh, I can take the vitals monitor with me too, okay. Okay, cool. I'm gonna have you stand over here. I'm gonna dig these out. Actually, undraft you. And then dig these collapsed rock. This has been present spaceship drive tech works on spaceships. More news at 12. I know, right? Isn't it crazy how well it works? Spaceship technology on spaceships. What a crazy timeline to live in. Crack this open. This should probably eat soon. You gotta eat. Eat a ration. And then probably have Ray consume the other ration. Okay, so we do need to punch through the gates. Okay, so I'm gonna have you deconstruct this one. Although you move at like 50% efficacy due to the fact that you're missing an arm. It'll have to do. None of these other people can build. Scorsy, maybe. Actually, wait, I could punch my way through the vent, right? Hold on. Wait a second, I'm a genius. What? Oh! Wait! I'm a genius! I'm literally... Oh my gosh, wait a second, hold up. There's a lot to unpack here. Imagine if I had railguns. If I had railguns, this would not be a problem at all. Unfortunately, I do not have railguns. I am venting! I am super sus! Oh, hello. Oh, what's in here? Okay. A rig. Okay, some plates I don't really care about. Open the LBT. What's this? Medical kits. A grizzly kit and an ancient grizzly kit. None of which I know what that means, but I assume these are just treated as medical bags. I probably should install the... or turn on the setting that replaces everything with vanilla equipment instead of the whole, you know, scav-themed shenanigans. What is this? That is a baking thermometer, which I guess you can trade for money. Sure, take it. Wow, I'm literally picking up garbage that I can trade, just like I'm playing the funny game that I don't play. Oh, hello. Oh, that's a little spooky. This one's got a lot of dead people. It's not really anything of note here. I mean, just weapon cases, I guess, which is fine. Okay, so unfortunately we gotta find a way to... Oh, there was... Oh, that's a zombie. Hello. I didn't even see the zombie. He just woke up. Alright, send Immortal in here. Oh, hold on. There's an unstable fuel node. Okay. Wait a second. We gotta be very, very careful. Hold on. Let them come to us. And then... Come on, blast it. Come on. Oh, you have a shot. You blast it. Okay, so there's no way to actually hit this thing in range, huh? This is dumb. Okay, pull Ray out. Alright, so I don't have a melee weapon, which is a problem. And apparently I can't shoot this thing in melee range. Okay, how about this? Let's pull it out, and then there we go. All right, that's fine. And then let's quickly tend to everyone's injuries. So Scorsese is probably gonna die unless I can stabilize him very quickly. And then Unholy, you need to self-tend ASAP. I don't care how you do it, but you got tend. Okay, so Scorsese is probably dead here. I don't think it raised fast enough. Yeah, I think we lose Scorsese. Okay, so at the very least, you should tend to yourself. Do we want to keep digging our way through this, or do we just leave? It's a little risky to keep fighting. That Scyther was so deadly. I don't think I can take Scorsese's corpse back. Unfortunate. Alright. Crack open that case. I want to see what's in here. More stuff that I don't particularly care about. What is this? There's an armored gate, which would have to be deconstructed by Immortal, who's still drafted for some reason. Being or eat. Ray's not gonna die. Listen. This is the life of a scavenger. Alright, we gotta do what we gotta do. You might want to eat that food, though. Come on. Okay. And then, can you quickly tend to yourself? Okay, so fun fact, it apparently doesn't count as medicine for self-tend. I'm gonna have Immortal crack this gate open. I want to see what's in there. I'm genuinely curious. And then I think we'll just leave. I don't think we want to stay here any longer. Especially now that Ray has an infection, too. Ooh, boy. Oh, an infection with 0%. I think we gotta leave. Alright, crack open this... Oh, wait, there's nothing in there. Yeah. I think we just leave. I don't think it's worth sticking around. We already lost one. We'll come back to these loot chambers in the future, but I think for now we have to just leave. And then while we're at it, I want you to grab all this medicine, grab all that medicine, and then grab the grizzly kit, and then I think we just go. So, because unfortunately Ray is dying. She's got an infection, which has not been tended to very well. Just leave. Okay. And I think we just go back to the world map. And reform the caravan. take... let's see. Guess we take the SSD and the glass adhesive, smoke leaf. Scorcy's got to stay behind. We can't take him. Don't really care about the rest of this. Take the meals. Yeah. I'd love to take the cloth bedrolls, but I don't think it's really worth it. Let's just skedaddle out of here. That Ray can get proper treatment, and we'll abandon that. Goodbye, Scorcy. Well, I guess we could always come back. Maybe. Anyways, let's get tended to. Let's just try to take care of everyone. Raids are coming for the ruins in a bit, which is fine because we're not going to stay there very long. In fact, we're leaving as soon as we can get this fusion reactor built. I want my fusion power. Give me infinite power so I can also get rid of these solar panels. Who needs solar energy when you have fusion power? In fact, we can probably plot it out now. So, I want 2 fusion reactors. So, the big one is 6x6, which means it doesn't fit my perfectly symmetrical ship. So, I need to use the small ones. So, I will need at least 2, and I will need a TFG module, and I will need... So, I need to probably sacrifice 2 cores. I have 2 cores, which I can sacrifice. And then... What else do I need? Also, while we're here, I want you to quickly preach health to Ray, so maybe we can get some... at least some attempt at keeping Ray alive. Preach health will increase immunity gain speed by a decent amount, and then... Oh, geez, we need to go over here, and we're gonna quickly dump that other body. Storage, clear all corpses that are not colonist corpses, so we gotta quickly grab this other one and just haul it away. Look at this, see? We're getting there. We're definitely getting there somehow. Also, it's a very angry caribou. Okay, so we have Aurora Corp, which is funny because I don't think I can actually do anything with that, with the Aurora Core. Okay. What is this song? Okay. So we're gonna move the engines to the far back for now until I can figure out where I'm gonna put them permanently. Oopsies, that's not where I want you to go. I think this is a Helldivers song, but whatever. Skylit is slowly getting themselves back. The brain injury is just really bad. Alright, while you're here, you might as well move these over. One day we'll get Skylit up and running again. And then let's start plotting out the Great Reactor. A hulking edifice, don't really care. Quest doesn't matter. Alright, Ray's injury can be tended to, so let's get our best doctor. Who's our best doctor? It is Drunken Wayfarer. Alright, you need to tend to Ray. Use whatever we have. Yeah, I know, it's tragic. You'll be fine eventually, maybe, hopefully. Okay, Ray will be the infection. Okay, so let's start figuring this out. Okay, so how do I put a fusion reactor here? Let's get rid of this grav hull. We don't need that there. And then we can fit 2 MMFSs, so 1, and this needs... So if I want 2 fusion reactors, maybe I should keep them technically separated by a few tiles. So at the very least I have enough components. I need 16 reactor hull plates, which requires plasteel, which I have a little bit. Okay, so this one produces how many? 1? I have no idea how many this produces. Hold on, who's my best crafter? Skylit is my best crafter, except Skylit also has brain damage, which is a tragedy. Who else? Ray can do it, but Ray is also dying of an infection. Alright, alright, let's see if we have Ray do it. Because Ray at least moves at full speed. She might be able to do it. It's okay. We gave you Luciferium, Skylit, so given enough time, your brain injuries will heal themselves. But you're gonna have to be taking Luciferium for the rest of your life, which is also a little bit of a tragedy. But it'll be fine. It'll totally be worth it. Oh, I'll need ignition capacitors, and I'll need to find a way to get tritium. Deuterium would probably be okay for early. So you get 2 per construction, so we need to do this 7 more times. That gets us enough reactor hull plating. And I can slap down at least 1 more. I'll be able to slap 2 down. I don't need the... if we do tritium... Or no, it's still tritium hydrogen, right? So you would need... Or... Tritium deuterium, I think is what it was. So at the very least I would need 2 tanks. So it'd probably need to be something like this, like deuterium, tritium with ignition capacitors somehow fit it in here. Could fit at least 1 ignition, probably fit 2 ignition capacitors like this. And then you do a tritium tank and a deuterium tank. And fuel pipe it like this. And then power conduits would also have to go through like this. And then we can hook it in through the rest of the ship. And then we're going to tear these 2 grav cores apart. Yeah, we're going to dismantle both of them. Okay, as soon as I can figure out how I'm supposed to dismantle these things. Why can't I dismantle these grav cores? I was able to do it earlier. Do I not have a technology? Do I need a technology that I don't have? That's strange. I could have sworn I had the option earlier. Oh, construction skill. Thank you. That's what it was. I knew someone was able to do it. So Funbound can do it. Ah, thank you. We'll get more cores later anyways. Perfect. So that's 1 core, and then rip the other one apart too. Perfect. So we have the cores we need for the fusion reactors. Because the reason we want 2 is so that I can turn 1 off temporarily if I need to, you know, if I need to do some repairs. We're not gonna have enough batteries realistically. Whoa! Why is my game slowing down? What is happening? Hello, game. Please stop doing this to me. That was spooky. My frames and TPS cratered all of a sudden. Okay, cool. So that's fine. Let's do this. Helium extraction is probably not necessary. Yeah, we'll have to find a trader. Alright, there's our reactor. So unfortunately, deuterium... Oh, it's deuterium... Oh, is it deuterium helium-3 is what I want? Oh, I think it is deuterium helium-3. Yeah, so the main problem is, where are we going to get helium-3 and deuterium unless we can find an orbital trader? Of which we have not yet found one. Okay, Ray survived her injury. However, Immortal is now missing an arm, which means we should probably start working on fixing that up at some point, shouldn't we? How many more panels do I have? I have 57, which is not a lot. There's also not a lot of components left on the map. Let's see. Is there any more components? Oh, there's some compacted machinery. Next wave is coming in very soon, and we'll get at least another fresh body to join the front lines. That'll be exciting. See, this is the problem now. It's an eclipse, which means we don't get power now. We're stuck for 2 days as well. Yeah. The nearest settlement is also kind of far. If only I had the shuttle. If I had the shuttle, we could be flying out. Or a Pelican. Or even a car. We could just, like, drive over and, like, request, hey, we got some stuff. Would you like to trade for goods and services? In fact, we might have to do that. We might have to build a vehicle. We might have to build a car. We can build the Bang Bus. Which can carry... 140 kilograms is nothing. What about a Bunsen? Bunsen is a tank. Roadkill, Scytheman. Traveler carries 300. Pelican can carry 12,000. This seems really overpowered. Oh wait, this looks like a proper HELLPOD. It's a really big HELLPOD though. The mule probably makes the most sense. This thing carries 600 kilograms. Probably use that to just transport some stuff. Or we can just make a bike. A bike carries 30. Just go around and travel for that stuff. But then plastile's expensive or heavy too, so... Oh, there's not a lot of easy ways to do this. We're still missing the hull plating. Well, we have them now. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. That's just how it often works. On the other hand, look at all this, look at these beautiful reactors that I have now. Oh. It's gonna be glorious once these things can finally turn on. It's not gonna happen for a while, also because, yeah, these things do not have power. The eclipse is actually gonna kill me. This eclipse is actually gonna kill my power supply. I have not played any of the Warhammer mods. I've heard they're really silly though. And I do kind of want to try a Warhammer run out of just curiosity to see how it would pan out. It does seem like it would be fun to try once. Yeah, I think it'd be kind of fun to at least give a shot. I should play a Warhammer game on stream, but I've never really played anything that's not Warhammer Fantasy. Alright, so we gotta find a way to power these. I think we just leave this tile soon. Okay, we can breed tritium, which doesn't really help. Helium extractor would also not be a bad idea. Helium-3 extractor can only be done in space, though. Alright, we're gonna skip that technology for now. Let's go down to more linkables. Let's grab this thing. Oh, the eclipse is ending. I still haven't played Void. I'm still of the opinion that I don't want to play Void. Like, truthfully, I don't think I want to play Void, but I will not lie if the thought hasn't crossed my mind of like, what if I just try it once? What if I just try the Void pill once? I haven't done that yet, but it has crossed my mind. Maybe one day I can be convinced, but at the same time, I'm not sure if I really want to touch that. Because I've seen some of the threats in Void. I've seen screenshots, and I'm like, not sure is a thing. I think we just abandoned that tile. Okay. Bye, Scorsy. You did your best. Alright, abandoned. Alright, so we have no reactor fuel, obviously. We know that much. Yeah, there's no point in playing it, that's why. That's the reason why I'm not doing it. Because it sounds fun in theory until you actually play it, and then you're like, what is the point of this? It is just pain and suffering. Okay, so I think... Okay, so I think the way I was designing this initially was this hallway should be able to extend out like this, and then this should lead... I don't have auto doors yet for some reason. We should probably build auto doors soon. Yeah, forgot about that. Okay. Our super destroyers are looking a little thin, but with the new tiles that I've acquired, so I can probably add the research lab up here-ish, which is the whole point of why I'm doing it like this. So I can move the research lab over and expand the production room. Usually we don't understand because tech mods have evolved since then. Honestly, like new stuff, she's trying to find those to make it not seem so overall to make itself. I mean, that's a balancing thing. You have to balance around. Is Void even CE compatible? Because Void's an Alva mod, isn't it? Void Rimworld. Or is it someone else? Oh, it is someone else. Oh, it's Red Horse. I'm not gonna lie, I also am just not terribly fond of like SCP stuff in my Rimworld. I like it like my Rimworld just being. I said this before. I generally prefer my Rimworld to be Rim Space Cowboys, even though I've clearly kind of gone beyond that point with this current run. But that's generally what I try to stick to, as hard as it may be to believe that. Okay, I'm gonna try to move the research lab up here. I think that would be the best thing to do. Also, instead of researching that, I would like auto doors now. I've been putting it off for far too long, and I would like soon. Auto door. Thank you. 600. Always there's a red thread where some guy was like, that is a challenge because I play on 500% lift and I needed more challenge. And then you look at their base and they have Rim Atomics, Rim of Filler, SOS2 defending their main base. Okay, yeah. Especially if you have fully researched Rim Atomics, you win the game already. Fully researched Rim Atomics is just, you've won. You should probably build a shower. Okay, in the interest of giving our pawns slightly better living conditions, I'm gonna expand. Ooh, we don't have enough tiles. So I need 5 minimum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 2 plus a little bit more to fit in the. Okay, that should be fine. I think that's okay. Ah, travelers, hello. I would like to trade. Okay, never mind. They don't have any people to trade with us. Okay, that's fine too. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move the research lab from here over here, and I think I'm gonna expand the production room and maybe convert part of this into like the auto fabricators, because we're gonna need components. I might as well auto fabricate them so I don't have to fabricate them myself. Scarlet's insulting everyone due to being filthy because there is nowhere to be clean because the only water is marsh water. It's dirty. Well, we can fix that with a well, probably. We should probably build showers one of these days for these pawns. They've probably been desiring some fresh cleanliness, but I've been denying them every turn. Are we allowed to fly yet? I'd like to get out of here. So Marksman and Immortal have to be careful because they don't have spacefaring equipment. And that's really the main thing I have to keep in mind. I think we have enough steel for all of our traveling otherwise. I think I'd like to end the stream with us in space if we can. Let's see if we're able to go into space. Let's find out. There is... We're just out of range of that stupid meteor. Oh wait, there's a bug attack coming in. Alright, let's get everyone inside. We'll get a new friend after this. Let's see who our friend is gonna be. What's a singularity kill box? That sounds ominous. Get rid of this, we don't need that anymore. Alright. I wish I'd seal this off, but it's too late now. Oh, I can do it like this. What am I doing? Let's expand the ship area to also encompass all this. This is probably safe. Okay. 4 boomticks and a hell beetle doesn't sound that scary. I think that's more than reasonable enough to deal with. Especially with the sheer amount of turrets we have supporting firepower. Where's the bugs? Alright, there's the bugs. Okay, this one has to die now. I don't want that. That one's getting a little too close. Good job, Briston. We did it. We won. Okay. Let's carry on. Let everyone free. I do like how our Super Destroyer is slowly becoming more super bit by bit. It's just a little... It's a bit of a long development process. That's really the main issue. It also doesn't help that all of our stuff keeps breaking down, and we don't have steam power right now either. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna end in space today. I was hoping to get into space, but we don't have the vac zone. And we'd have to go to here to get the vac zone, because these ones are really far. Blast Steel vac asteroid would be nice, but I think that'll be our later one. Singularity kill boxes were 1.5 before path by next one's force enter in a single area, could AoE them down, fight back, doubly effective next year to EMP them. Wait, well, Singularity? Briston got the flu. I believe Drunken Wafer is our best doctor. Can you preach health to this guy too, by the way? Just Keep him alive a little bit longer. Okay, hold on. So there's a spare suit here. It's 2%, but 2% is a percentage point. So Marksman's the only one without any space protective gear. Which is a little concerning. We could build the Aurora Core also, I just realized, but let's spend out like this has to go up by at least one more tile. And then I think I can justify moving. I can move the research bench over there. I can probably put the other one or back corner as well, so that's probably fine. I don't know if we need the Aurora Core for this run, but it'd be fun to have. Okay. Oh, right, new friend. Who's our new friend? Let's see. Add a human-like from pawn kind definition. Pick a colonist. Go. These seems okay. This man is a tough, fastidious, ravenous, nimble, good hygiene. Teleport onto the world map. Thank you very much. And his name is Stone, and he's gonna be assigned to Infidave. Congratulations. Who is not? Okay, so X-Slayer. Okay, so who's left? X-Slayer and Garm are the other ones for today. Okay. So Infidave, finally being forced to join us, is a mute catastrophe. Misfortune followed Infidave wherever they went. They are incapable of firefighting, intellectual work, artistry, or social work, but they're really good at shooting a gun. Okay, long story short, is a quarter built in such a way the enemies would move endlessly slowed and unable to fight. And by the time that they reach the end, you just close the door and move it over to the identical copy of the kill box that forced them to crawl back out into the other one. Oh. So you're just abusing pathfinding mechanics with the doors. That's... Huh. I can see how that would be very funny and effective, but also very silly to have to deal with. Okay, so I think we can at least expand this out here. So this will be the other... this is the new research lab, the new research wing. You like my boat, Ranu? You like how it's very boaty? Very long? How are you doing, Ranu? Oh, I might end soon. I'm getting really tired now. I want to move the research labs if I can, though, before I commit pass out. Okay, so we can move one, move the other one, and then we can move the multi-analyzer over. Put it right there, that's fine. We can maybe move the Aurora Core on that side. What are you gonna say? I'm not adding ship balls, if that's what you're saying. If that's what you're suggesting, that is not the intention. We're not adding ship testicles to this one. I know I did on the last one. Not this one. That's not the plan. There we go. Oh, okay, yeah. Don't worry, we're gonna... once we get more vac tiles, which we just don't. The problem is that the vac tiles... the grab panels require plasteel and vac-stone, and the vac-stone is fine. It's the plasteel that's really hard to get. If we can get that, that'd be great, but, it's rough. Wait, why are you not building? Who's my builder? Get over here and build me my oxygen pump. And my other thing. Just get out of here. I don't want to be in this tile anymore. Let's, okay. Let's finish building this, and then let's run from this land. Okay, I do wish that these research lab benches were... Oopsies, pick up your gun again. Deconstruct this one, and then run power all the way there. Should be fine. Hidden conduit, go. Go. Perfect. We'll need to get some lights in there too. All right, see. I know we got to trade, but it's just hard to go bring our stuff to trade when all the traders are. We don't have a shuttle. That's the problem. If we had a vehicle, it'd be fine. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna save the game. We're gonna fly over. We're gonna fly somewhere else away from this realm. All right. Let's travel. We can't go into space yet, as much as I'd like to. The meteor's a little too far. But what we can do is we're going to try landing somewhat close to this settlement, and maybe we can trade with them. This is such a weird ship. I want to make it symmetrical. Oh, it hurts. It hurts me to look at. Yeah, I'm kind of focused on trying to get trading done once we get that option. I guess I should have landed in mountain tile, but this is fine. Is there a steam vent nearby? There's one over there. As long as there's at least one steam vent, we can harness it for power. We're probably going to be here for a little bit. This is fine. And then we're going to start sending people over to trade with our neighbors and see what they have for us. Maybe once they're not dying of grav nausea, which is knocking them out completely. Plasteel. There's actually compacted plasteel on this map. Thank goodness. We have plasteel, steel, probably other things on this tile as well. A lot of components, thank goodness. All right. Where will our scrappy young adventurers end up next time? Where will they go? Will they finally make it into the deep recesses of space, the darkness, the void, and see what's hanging out up there? Or will they continue to suffer before the ship can finally be called a super destroyer? Who knows? The Helldivers will find out next time on Not Dragon Ball Z. Also, we need to move this chair over here. Alright, so we're gonna save the game, and I'm gonna find someone to raid. Because I'm on the verge of passing out, and I'm really tired, and I'm also kind of hungry, and I need to eat something. I didn't eat anything after I did my Bushido stuff. So, who's alive? Cool, we'll raid Isin. He's playing Mass Effect, which I guess people like. Isin the Vampire. Okay. Thanks for joining for Rimworld. I'm sorry I started super late. That was not my intention again. It's just unfortunate. I'll be back tomorrow with some game that I haven't decided yet, but we'll see what it could be. It could be anything. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you're on YouTube and you're watching, hopefully you enjoyed too and you're willing to press follow. If you're watching on Twitch and you're new here, you should also press follow. Although I think everyone here is someone who's already been here for a long time anyways. I need to find a way to branch out my audience at some point. Anyways, good night, everyone. Thanks for joining. I'm so hungry. Also, the raid, my raid thingy isn't working. I don't have Starbirds. I didn't buy it yet. I didn't buy Starbirds. All right, good night. Bye. I'm hungry. I need yummy in my tummy.